whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday, in case you didn't know what day it was, because, girl, y'all, I am still recovering from whatever whatever flu is trying to kill us this year. But I'm here, y'all. I'm here. I'm in good spirits. After I get off here, I'm gonna go and slow roast a pot of beans, and I'm gonna fall asleep. That's my plan for the day. Okay. Uh, I do want to come to y'all. All right, in April, right? In April. Shout out to Jennifer. I think I saw Jennifer just say she signed up. Okay, because girl, we going back to Thailand. We going back to Thailand, y'all. 8-day luxury group experience, men and women. We gonna be in 2 different places this time. We gonna spend 4 nights in Phuket and 3 nights in Bangkok. I'm excited. I've never been to Bangkok before. Okay, and this is the trip that Lyric will probably be on. So y'all make sure y'all sign up before the deadline. Okay, I don't know when the deadline is, but go to resetbydesignwellness.com. Go to the ECC group trips. Go pay with a firm, girl. Okay? You can pay with a firm. You can pay as you go. It ain't got to be all at one time. All right? But the trip is in April, and we are now on January 2nd. So if you're trying to come, go ahead and get you a room. I think we have sold out at this point. So we only, 6 more beds, girl. Only 6. And it's gonna be done. All right. But yeah, y'all, we always have a really good time. I was just on Instagram Live talking about how we need to get the fuck out the country because America is a very angry place. And you don't recognize this until you travel outside the country and go to different places and recognize the different energies at the airports. Okay. When you come back through an airport in America, girl, you feel that everybody's angry in this country, especially if you fly in through JFK. You will definitely feel the anger that permeates, okay? JFK Airport is like an angry white man, girl. All right? You really don't want to be there. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay? So yeah, y'all, please come through for the Reset by Design trips. We also have other trips too. Okay. Mauritius is coming up. All right. Mauritius is in September. If y'all trying to come with us to East Africa, okay, please go ahead and sign up. Again, you can pay with a firm, girl. All right. Now, if you can't come to that trip, also, I think we just took the couples trip down, but we still have Tulum. If you're trying to fuck with us at the end of April and take a little quick trip to Mexico, okay, just let us know what you need, girl. We got it for you. All right. But that's what we got for 2026. If y'all trying to come rock with us, go ahead and come through. All right. Thank y'all so much for showing up. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know who people think I am up here. I don't know what y'all think I do. But I would like to be very clear. I am not a messy blogger. Okay? I just want to be clear in case you did not know. I have a college degree in television, film, and in mass communications. I worked in journalism for 8 years as an editor and a photojournalist. Okay, I was a photographer for Channel 8 News for 8 years. Okay, I worked through the first Trump era, the BP oil spill, bitch. I have shot Emmy award winning work as a photographer. Okay, so I just want to be very clear on what I do up here. I meet people where they are. Where my people are, black people my age, a lot of the time, they're on social media. Where are they on social media? On the blogs. So I don't understand the people that are on the blogs, on social media, commenting under any of my posts about how I need to mind my business. Bitch, this is my business. Once it make it to social media, I make money off of social media. This is my business. I'm minding the business that pays me. You, however, may not be, especially if you don't make money atting me in dumbass comments. Also, if you are new here, you may not know. I have been monetized here for 9 years. I've been on YouTube since 2011. Okay? Been doing this for a long time. Okay? I know my subscriber count does not reflect that, but I've noticed that they put me on pause ever so often. You'll see me stay at the same number for a long ass time, then all of a sudden, an influx of buku people, and then I'm stopped again. So I don't know who doesn't like me at YouTube. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm good where I'm at. I'm doing great. I love what I do, and I enjoy it very much so. Okay? This is kind of like a daytime radio show on the internet, right? Not music, because you can't do that on YouTube. Okay? But we're going to talk about whatever's going on the blogs. I read y'all the stories. If y'all in y'all car, y'all ain't got to stop and read the shit, because I'm going to read it for you, baby. This is what I do. Sometimes I'm on here for an hour and a half. Mostly I'm on here for 3+ hours, because the more money you want, the more time you on YouTube, the more money you make. That's just how it is. It's the same thing with TikTok. That's why people just be up on TikTok not doing a fucking thing, not talking about nothing, not doing nothing, just looking at the screen, telling y'all to tap it, playing music in the background. Sometimes they smoking weed and shit. But most of the time, ain't nobody doing shit on TikTok, and they on live for 8 hours, okay? So I never understand why people coming at me weird. But again, if you are new here, I do social commentary. When people put things on the internet or out into the world, I make social commentary on it, and I get paid to do so from this platform and various others. That is what I do. Please do not confuse me with somebody that is adding celebrities, telling them how I feel about them. I don't do that. If you ever see me going back and forth with a motherfucker, they added me. Okay? I don't add people. Do you know why I don't add people? Because as a grown fucking adult, I understand that my opinion is my problem. Meaning that the person I'm talking about, they don't have to care about what the fuck I'm saying. They don't have to take my advice. They don't have to listen to me. That's why I don't add them. But they did put it on social media, so it is fair game. So I am going to talk about it. But I'm not adding them. I didn't add Carucci or Deion Sanders. And listen, if I say something up here, that bothers you, please understand that I don't fucking know you, and I am not personally talking to you. I make generalized statements a lot of the times, which should tell you that sometimes there are going to be people that don't fit into that generalization. So stop taking shit personal and coming at me weird with backhanded compliments under posts. Because in 2026, you might get fucking cursed out, and you also may get blocked. Both probably. I don't add people. It ain't their business how I feel about them. I ain't scared to say it. So if you add them, I said what the fuck I said. But at the same time, I'm not a messy bullshit person the way y'all think I am. Somebody commented, because people was talking to me crazy for simply stating a fact. No relationship is stress-free, but especially not a relationship with an elder sick person. No, that's not going to be a stress-free relationship in any way, shape, or form. I thought that was just a truthful statement to make. People are online talking to me like a fucking dog because of this statement. Because they're acting like I am kicking all of the old dicks and balls that they want to suck for money out of their mouths. My commentary is only meant to make you think, bitch. If you are sucking and tugging and pulling on old dick, if it works for you, bitch, live your life. It's not for you. But would you argue me that it's no stress whatsoever to be tugging and pulling at old balls and dick? Y'all take this shit too personal when ain't nobody talking to you. And so if you think you gonna slick shade me like I'm fucking dumb or something like that, please miss me. Please miss me because I'm going to block you and I might drag you. I might drag you this year. Yes, in 2026, I might pull up your fucking page, look at your life, and drag you. Because a lot of y'all seem to want to make all of these personal assumptions about me on social media based on a fucking comment that's a fact. I am a human being. I am not a bot. I am not a performer in the way that I'm about to get up here and pretend with anybody. So if you say some shit to me and I don't like it, you might find out about it. It may not be just one of the comments that I ignore and block and move on. It might be me dragging your whole fucking life and making you feel very bad about yourself because I've been doing that since I was a child. Yeah, that's why I don't have buku friends because I accidentally hurt people's fucking feelings. I ain't even do it on purpose, bitch. My bad. I thought you knew that about yourself. It's okay. We all have problems, girl. But the way y'all think y'all can talk to people on the internet as if we're not real people is insane. And so now I think ignoring y'all is not enough. Sometimes I think when I have the energy for it, I'm going to start dragging y'all by the roots of your hair to your fucking nasty ass, dirty, long toenails, ho. It's gonna get ignorant the next time y'all get in these comments talking to me weird. And I'm talking about on threads, talking about on, because I feel like a lot of people be talking to me that watch me, and because they think I'm dumb, like I don't know that you mad about something I said, wasn't even fucking talking to you, generalized statement, probably a joke. You took it to heart. Now you under the comments on a random post talking to me like, girl, what? Like I fucked your nigga or something like that. It's really, really weird. It's really, really weird. So don't be disillusioned into thinking that you won't get bullied back, ho. I just want everybody to be clear. Because, I'm a very peaceful person, but I be having to remind people sometimes, oh no, please don't get me fucked up. Please don't get me fucked up. I was raised by abusive people. I don't know who the fuck y'all think I am. I don't even have to hit you, and I can make you feel really, really terrible about yourself. Please leave me alone. I don't want to have to turn into this nigga. Yeah, I don't know what's going on the internet, but I hate everybody involved with this chain of events that took place. Pat Poose and 50 Cent were going back and forth on the internet yesterday, something you would think grown-ass men wouldn't do. But hey, it's 2026, and nobody adults the way they did in the 90s. So, Pat Poose posted, where's the one Pat Poose posted? Well, no, 50 posted something first. Because this looks like, Pat Poose started it. No, 50 posted something first. Where's the... I can't with y'all not posting the whole story. Y'all work on my nerves. Hold up, y'all. I'm so glad that sometimes I just be high off NyQuil and sending stuff to the girls because I'm just laughing and bored. Hold up. Girl, what the fuck going on? Did they delete it? Oh, they must have deleted it. Oh, they deleted it. So 50 Cent posted a video, and I thought I just saw it because it's been all up and down my timeline. Hold up. Oh, I'm so mad that I can't find. Yeah, 50 deleted the original post. But 50 did a post with Papoose and Clarissa Shields where he made it look like, I forget what that old exploitation movie was, but it was Clarissa Shields as the hoe, right? And the pimp, she was like, everything I did for you, I did because I loved you. Y'all tell me which movie that is. And Papoose face is, AI generated over the man talking about, ain't no love, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, now take your country, greasy ass, back to the country where you belong, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, just talking to a lady real disrespectful and weird like. You know what I'm saying? Like, just real aggressive. You just finish, you know, Romeo pimping the fuck out the lady. Now you talking to her like she a hoe on the street. So disrespectful. This is how niggas grew up listening to men talk to women. That's how that was the Mac. He deleted it. Yeah, he deleted it. I'm like, why did you delete it? Why did you delete it? It's not on the neighborhood talk, y'all. I'm on the neighborhood talk. And I don't see it. Cause I know it came out now that's drama. Now you didn't pick that shit up from your mama. Now I ain't finna break that fingernail going oops upside your head. Yeah, I love you, baby. But not like that. Your love ain't never pay my bills and put no clothes on my back. I'm mad that they don't have the original one, y'all. They don't. I'm looking, I don't see it. But anyway, oh, here it is. Thank you. Girl, how many times they was gonna post this shit? All right.
Everything I did for you. I did it because I love you, but you felt the same way about me.
Me? Love you? Bitch, you got to be crazy. I use you. You're a toy, bitch. A freak. You get your big country, greasy ass back to the country where you belong.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
And if I remember correctly, she beat that nigga's ass in that movie. I don't recall. But so then after 50 posted that, Papoose posted this, and I began to hate everybody involved in this scenario because I don't want to see this. No, stop deflecting, Curtis. The world is still waiting for your response to Fab and them. You from Southside, do something. Fight or flight. Holla if you need a ghostwriter, chump. I love to see villains fighting. It's so fun, right? Don't y'all love when like nobody you like is fighting? Because you don't have to feel, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to feel bad for nobody because you don't like none of these motherfuckers. So watching them fight is actually quite entertaining. Like, bitch, where's my popcorn? This is terrible, y'all. I can't even laugh at this shit. This is terrible. That look like Saucy if Saucy had lost some more weight. Lord. 50 Cent, Saucy Santana, I never thought y'all would look alike. Y'all look alike. That's wild. But yeah, y'all, that's what's going on the internet. These niggas is not playing with each other, y'all. Oh my God. It's too much going on. It is too much going on. Okay? Now let's see what else is going on. Speaking of Saucy Santana, girl, y'all been giving Saucy Santana the blues. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on TikTok. So every time I am scrolling, I see him, like anytime, because he's on live all the time. And this is what I'm talking about. How the fuck you mad talking about I need to keep my live shorter? Like, thank you for thinking you should tell me what to do. Thank you, I appreciate that. But I need to make my live shorter so these niggas could be on TikTok just screaming at the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen for 10 fucking hours a day. But I should cut my very entertaining, informative lives. That's what I should be doing. Listening to motherfuckers on the internet. Okay.
It's hard work. And even, like, I'm proud of what I did on TikTok within a year. And I see how many people are mad about it. Creators, mad about it. Think Piece girlies, mad about it. Ex-supporters, mad about it.
And listen, I don't know if y'all would like characterize me as a think piece girly, okay? Because we think, okay? And hoes don't think, okay? So we be having something to say about how you hoes are out loud on the internet screaming into the abyss, not knowing a motherfucking thing. So those of us that do know something, yeah, bitch, we gonna come to the internet and give y'all a paragraph about how we feel sometimes. Cause y'all be up there in the comments every fucking day, not a brain cell amongst you, just going. So yeah, the think piece girlies gonna have some shit to say. Y'all always mad about us, but we push the culture forward. Y'all hoes don't think about nothing y'all do. I'll say I'm one of the think piece girlies if that's what you would like. I don't like to categorize myself no type of way because at the end of the day, I'm just doing me. I'm being me. And I would never hate on somebody making their fucking money, especially if you ain't bothering nobody. Why would I be hating on this nigga for making his money? Make your money, nigga. I ain't mad at you. Yes, I do see you all the time, but I ain't mad about it. I'm just like, damn, Saucy must be making a lot of money on live, child. Maybe I need to start going live on TikTok more often. That's what I think, okay? That's what I think. But sometimes people on TikTok make my nerves bad. You know, I've started to realize that the people that used to be on Facebook, the elder group has migrated to YouTube, okay? The younger people are on TikTok, okay? And because I am both youthful and old at the same fucking time, okay? I am both masculine and feminine, bitch. I am as balanced as I can be at this point in my life. I'm all over the place. And I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do.
Like, I really came to TikTok in 2025 and took this whole shit over. Like, I really stepped into a new lane and owned this shit.
Who is Anna?
In a year. I started this shit at the top of this year. And I don't plan on stopping.
And don't. Make your money.
So now I'm just thinking about next year how we could double the bag. Off of TikTok. TikTok, like...
Listen. Do what you gotta do. Who's mad? They do be mad though. Somebody was like, bitch, I'm tired of seeing funk. I'm tired of seeing not Funky Dineva, child. I'm tired of seeing Saucy Santana on my fucking timeline. That's how they be, girl. They be hating hard. But that's, you know, people gonna hate. That's what they gonna do. They be hating on me and then act like they not hating on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, people in my comments right now probably hating on me. I can't read all that shit, so it don't matter. Let's move on. Girl, we're gonna get into Cardi B today, so just hold on. But I did want to show y'all something that was funny. So y'all, I don't know if y'all saw this video, but okay, so if somebody is at a funeral and they recording, I'm gonna automatically get mad. But let me tell y'all something. This shit was such a kiki at the girls at their grandmother funeral. I have to play this video for y'all. But it's so funny because it's an example of how you really can tell a lot about a situation or people based on how they're dressed, their hair, their aesthetic. Not all the time, right? You always have other determining factors to take into consideration, like with anything, all right? Nothing is a one size fits all. That's why everybody got different fucking fingerprints, okay? But as soon as I seen them, okay? Miss Sealy. I knew that they wasn't on no bullshit because of the way they was dressed.
Okay, so we're not going to show you our grandma, but that's all you need to see. Okay, ooh, that's all you need to see. First of all, grandma, why the fuck would you die right before Thanksgiving? Right before. Second of all, you got us fucking motherfuckers that we would never talk to. Ever.
In my life, my kids' life, they kids' life, them other kids' life.
Third of all, this is like our third shot. Because if we're not laughing, we're crying. We don't have time to cry. We gotta be in case. Okay, so we're not gonna show you our grandma, but that's all you need.
They cut it. But the clip goes on to say that their grandmother actually orchestrated her funeral, right? Her grandmother had a cream white suit that she had bought 20 years prior to her death, hanging up in a closet with a note that said, upon my death, put this on me. And then she wanted everybody to wear cream and white. And that's why they look so fly. And I thought it was so funny because I was like, the look is what made me know it wasn't in disrespect to whoever the family member was. I don't know why. Okay? But I automatically knew. Okay? I automatically knew that these people wasn't on bullshit because of the way these people are dressed. First of all, the one that's talking to us, the turtleneck, the coat, the layering of chains, both of them with the sunglasses on, but also the person that's talking to us look like she is talking to us with all of her real hair, right? And this is not a shade to anybody that doesn't wear their real hair, but a lot of times the girls that wear like a soft hairstyle that they got to get done every 2 weeks, these are people with money because they can afford to get their hair done every 2 weeks. right? And also the aesthetic of girls that actually wear their hair, that is more of a bougie thing, right? Bougie girls kind of grow up, oh, I wear my real hair. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, because sis in the back look like she got some tracks, but who knows, right? But my point still remains that automatically the aesthetic would tell me I wasn't about to feel mad at them because of the video. And I love when I went to her page and watched the rest of it. And I was like, girl, look at you being right. Judging a book by the cover and being right. And you can't do that all the time, though, y'all. Don't be out here judging books by the covers all the time, okay? I'm going to throw a quick little ad in here so I can go get Olivia from outside. And we'll get into the rest of the show. I promise it won't just be an hour. Hey y'all, this is a get ready with me. Okay, just a little something, something before I get ready for one of my daily lives. So, I just started growing my locks about 2 years ago now, and I color treated, and I do like a style here or there. And I really, really have noticed that my hair does the best when I keep it moisturized. And my regimen of spraying my hair with water and then following it up with Fab Hair International's Moisture Mist leave-in conditioning spray, girl. Listen, it's giving me everything that I need as far as the moisture on a daily basis is concerned. I've tried a lot of sprays, and I really, really enjoy not only the way the spray bottle works, but also the way the hair feels moisturized after I've given it a spritz. There are so many great Fab Hair International products to try. And the Stimulate and Soothe Deep Cleansing Shampoo is one of my favorites. It actually gives your scalp a tingling sensation that makes it feel really, really clean. And then the Moisture Mask Deep Conditioning Mask is really amazing as well. Make my hair feel really, really moisturized after I had color treated it. The products are great and were created by a Black woman stylist who came from behind her chair to give her people the product she felt they really deserved. Fab Hair International is for all curls and coils, whatever your hair type. You can find something at Fab Hair International that will suit your specific needs. Right now, you can use my code Bondy15 to get 15% off of your purchase. Go to fabhairinternational.com, take their hair quiz, and find out which products will be perfect for your hair. Be a bougie traveler and shop fabhairinternational.com. Sorry, y'all. I guess I took too long to go get her. Because when I get downstairs, her ass gone. Okay? All right. Let's get into the rest of the show, shall we? Okay. So, big news all over the blogs last night as I was out enjoying the lights with my guy or whatever, or my husband or whatever, girl. Somebody said that Drake must have did, what they keep saying? I forgot what somebody said something. But Drake is doing this shit to himself. I want to be clear, right? Everybody thinks that Drake, Drake must have pissed somebody off. Yeah, he pisses everybody off. But the point is, when are y'all gonna realize that a lot of these people y'all think are really rich are only rich because they're doing um bullshit, right? They're either not paying people, or they are stealing, or they're gambling. Whatever the case, it's never on the up and up the way you think it is. And I keep telling y'all, based on what we've seen in recent years, streaming money, you know what I'm saying? Music streaming money is not a lot of money. It's not. Like, to be in the music industry, you have to tour a lot in order to make money. So, when y'all automatically assume that these people got money that they don't have, I just be like, okay, girl, I guess we'll wait and see. But I never like to argue with people that have like a whole bunch of pick me niggas as fans. And Drake got a whole bunch of pick me niggas as fans, right? These are niggas that, take this shit very, very personal. And I don't have time to be arguing with every bitch ass nigga on the internet behind another bitch ass nigga. Like, it's just, girl, I don't have enough time. But here's what they're saying. A federal civil RICO lawsuit has been filed naming Drake, streamer Adin Ross, and online gambling platform Stake. According to the lawsuit, Stake is accused of operating the gambling platform at the center of the case, while Drake and Adin Ross are accused of promoting the platform, not running it. Plaintiffs claim Adin Ross promoted Stake directly to his audience by gambling on stream and showcasing wins, which they allege encouraged viewers to gamble and lose money. Of course it did. Of course it did, girl. I don't gamble. The only gambling I do is down to the pity pat table with the little one, with the little $20 in ones. Then that's really so I can go spend time with my family. It ain't because I'm really trying to win no money down to the pity pat game, y'all. Because when you take pity pat games too serious, people end up getting stabbed. So just telling you the life lessons I've learned out here in New Orleans, okay? So Drake, hold up, it says plaintiffs Adin Ross promoted Stake directly to his audience by gambling on stream, showcasing wins, which they allege encouraged viewers to gamble and lose money. Drake, on the other hand, is accused of being a high-profile celebrity partner whose name and visibility allegedly helped legitimize the platform and drive broader online engagement. The lawsuit also alleges that platform features were used to move money and inflate engagement. These claims have not been proven in court. The case is a civil lawsuit seeking financial damages, not criminal charges. Okay. That's very, very interesting that we would have a RICO that doesn't, have any criminal charges. Okay, hold up. Let me just make sure. Unlawful gambling. That, I don't know how that wouldn't be, I don't know how that would not be a state or federal case because illegal gambling is what? Illegal. So I'm confused. I didn't even know that you could just randomly charge sue somebody for a RICO. Like, I thought people had, you know what I'm saying? I thought RICOs had to be things that were like investigated by the authorities. Girl, I am extremely confused. Maybe they just calling it a RICO because the Diddy situation, you know how like stupid motherfuckers just like to use words that they don't understand the true meanings to? I don't know. This is similar to that Bitcoin scam the celebs were involved in. Ooh, yeah. Doechii just slayed Adin Ross in her song Girl Get Up. No, I know. And I love that for her. I'm not gonna play it, but I know that first of all, y'all know I don't like them little streaming niggas, but I specifically don't fuck with no Adin Ross. Like white boys that make themselves famous in black spaces by being anti-black and then having a whole bunch of young black men support them and be their friends in the anti-blackness. And I believe one of the content creators that I like, I think his name is Dwight, was like, oh, where are all the black, streamers that Adin Ross was cool with when the Doechii shit happened? I'm like, yeah, when are y'all gonna learn? Black women defend those black men. Those black men do not defend black women. I don't know why. I was just like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all really thought Kai Cenat, DDG, like you thought those people were gonna defend a black woman from Adin Ross, their white buddy that they feel like is putting a whole bunch of white dollars in their pockets with his, his racist fan base? The fuck? Yeah, no. So yeah, that was weird to me that you even thought that. But yeah, so Adin Ross said a whole bunch of terrible shit about Doechii. She was a industry plant is what he called her, which doesn't make any sense because industry plants usually are people that don't have any real substance, right? People will call it like Cardi B or Ice Spice industry plants because it comes off like they're there just to promote the over-sexualization of women or, something like that. And it's funny because y'all never call these niggas industry plants when all they do is promote violence and gang culture that none of them are really ready to live and die about, but whatever. I think it's funny. I think that's so funny how that happens. It feels like y'all only really care when it's the women doing it because when it's the niggas doing it, nobody has anything to say. But either way, Adin Ross went in on Doechii, calling her an industry plant, calling her a bitch, all of this shit. And so she finally responded to him. But he was like one of the main ones that like caused that thing where everybody was going around calling her industry plant. And the only reason black men went along with it is because of what Doechii said about not wanting to date black men or some shit like that. Whatever it was like, I don't want to date black men. Or, niggas be gay. Girl, I can't remember exactly what Doechii said, but Doechii said something indirectly that pissed black men off. So when that gave Adin Ross the okay to go in on her the way he did, right, which was very anti-black and all of that, her statement wasn't even anti-black like that. She, I believe, was making a comment that was on her own experience with dating a man that was treating her bad, and he then turned out to be undercover. Okay? That's what the situation was, and that's what she was actually commenting to. And the black men took it and lost their fucking minds. And I always think it's so funny the way y'all get mad when some black woman says, I don't fuck with black men, especially because black men are always online spewing some type of anti-blackness towards black women. It's so weird. It is, girl. It's weird. Because why can they do it? They can do it all the time, and y'all will call it a preference. That's their preference. Doechii say that she don't like you niggas for whatever reason or whatever, and everybody losing their mind. And so that means y'all can be, extremely disrespectful and discredit her art. Yeah. That's what y'all do. Y'all niggas ain't shit. Y'all hoes ain't shit neither, because it be buku of y'all women that defend these niggas. Speaking of Kai Cenat, Kai Cenat says, him and his girlfriend broke up. And y'all remember he was just online talking about mental health issues. Gigi says that she left Kai Cenat despite him announcing their breakup. She says, I left. Now you want to get on the internet and rush to paint a false narrative about me off of a fake Twitter post is insane. I've never cheated on him, and you know that. I have never dealt with that man. Play that sympathetic role somewhere else, please. This is not at all surprising to me. I told y'all based on a clip I saw of Kai Cenat with Kevin Hart and Drewski. And Drewski was there. I think that might have been that weird crybaby bitch that Kevin Gates and Ray J were with. Is her name Sheila? Girl, I can't remember. I think it might have been her acting like a weirdo drunk bitch crybaby over Drewski. And Kai Cenat was like, oh my God, can you get this bitch out of here? Like, why is she here? Oh my God. Like, a dude that's like really kind of like, why are you dry hating on a bitch? It was weird. So the way I saw Kai, responding to that to that woman, like y'all use these women as props, and then you have the audacity to sit up here and act like you're just so aggravated that a woman is in the room with you and your guy friends. Yeah, niggas be gay. But it wasn't surprising to me. Like, it doesn't give that those men over there like women. It doesn't. Like Kai, DDG, Tylil, all of them. It never gives we love and respect women, and we just have a few, ignorant bitches that come around us every now and again. That's not what it gives. That's not what it gives. It gives overall, we don't like you hoes. We use y'all. We circle jerk. We use y'all bodies to masturbate. But it's really about the love of me and all my bros. Okay? Always, always before the hoes. All right? Kai Cenat, I'm single. I will never be in another relationship again. Dude. So, and the reason why I'm like, why would you even come online to say this? The reason why I say, like, and then here come DDG. Her loss. Many more heartbreaks to come as you get older. Shit ain't gonna do nothing but make you smarter for the next bit. P. So you go through one heartbreak, and then you're going to go through some more heartbreaks so that you can learn how to better manipulate the women, right? And the next bitch, each will be more controlled. Each bitch will have less freedom. Each bitch will get cut off. The next bitch will get cut off quicker. Like, it's just like what Ike did with Tina, right? Remember when Ike got with Tina? Y'all remember in the movie, and he was like talking about how everybody had, he had put effort into everybody, and they just went and left him, and she was like, I never leave you. That moment right there, that is what all abusive men do. They make themselves a victim, cry, so that everybody would then be like, oh, I have to prove, I have to help. We have to make him feel better. When at the end of the day, most of the time, the reason why the relationships don't work out is because of you niggas. But y'all gonna act like the breakup was hurtful and it was her fault in some type of way. And then your homeboy who, you know, is giving real homoerotic vibes is gonna come and tell you that it's her loss, buddy. It's her loss. Because y'all always have to blame somebody for the breakup. They can't just break up. Y'all have to blame somebody for it. Let's see. Also, I want to say, I'm single. I will never be in another relationship again. First of all, like, what are you doing? Like, so you're never going to be in a relationship again? Never, ever, ever? You really thought it's like, what? How old is he? 27, 29? However old you are. You're like late 20s and you're on the internet telling us that because this one relationship didn't work out, you're never going to be in a, like, it's just so dramatic. It's just so dramatic. Is it just me? It's just dramatic. And I also feel like, so if we don't see you in a relationship with any more women again, now I'm sure we will, but if we don't see him in any more relationships with women again, I'm going to assume that you were using this situation so that you can catapult yourself into fucking niggas in private. And we can just say, oh, Gigi broke his heart, so he ain't never been with another woman again. Like, whatever. Kai is 23. Well, I cannot keep up with the nigga's age. I'm sorry. When I say he's in his early 20s, y'all tell me he's almost 30. When I say he's almost 30, y'all tell me he in his early 20s. I don't give a fuck about the nigga age. I'm tired at this point. He old enough to not be on the internet doing all of this dramatic ass high school girl shit. Oh my God, I'm never gonna date anyone ever again. She broke my heart. Fuck out of here. This is why it's never good to fall out with your family and friends for a man. Those are the ones who will always be there for you. So, and to be honest, y'all, I hope they're not talking about her mama, because I don't know. I feel like something wrong with her mama. I did feel like Kai might have put a wedge between she and her mom, because the mom said that Kai told her that I'm not good for her to be around, which I thought was some weird shit for a man to tell you about your mom. Like, I don't care what the relationship is. Like, you are 20-something years old. How the fuck you gonna tell another 20-something-year-old that she don't need to be around her mom? Like, but the mom is toxic. The mom gives, I spent most of your childhood chasing a nigga, and now you chasing a nigga. I taught you how to self-abandon. I taught you how to run behind a man and not worry about your family and yourself. Like, I taught you how to do that. Okay? Speaking of teaching you how to betray yourself, child, did y'all see that Iyanla is on a podcast with Oprah Winfrey? Child had 1 million views already. Let me go to TikTok so I can find it for y'all, so we can see this little clip. But I posted the whole thing.
Are aware that Christmas.
I posted the whole thing on my page.
You write in the book so candidly. I mean, wow. You open up your soul and you say, I failed my children.
I failed my children. I think I've said that publicly many times, that I was a horrible mother. Horrible.
I read that
I was
in
a
one of her
great
books.
father. I was a horrible mother. Mothers nourish, nurture, teach. Mothers affirm. I didn't do that. I protected, I provided. That's what dads do. I was a horrible mother. When I recognized I failed my children from the perspective of spiritual hygiene, was it because I denied my pain? I ignored.
She has a new book called Spiritual Hygiene. I ain't gonna lie, I want to read it.
My pain, I covered it, I called it something else. I put myself in unclean, unhealthy, unproductive situations, dragging my kids along with me, and expected them to stay quiet about it.
And this is what all of y'all do. And when Crystal had her comment about Cardi B, and then that brought in the conversation about y'all dragging y'all children into relationships with niggas that you don't know, that have all of these red flags that should tell you that they're probably not a stable, safe space for you to have a fucking child and all of that with, and y'all got mad at us because y'all always get mad when people tell y'all truths that y'all don't want to hear. Maybe an old black lady telling y'all will make y'all listen. I don't know.
I lived for 9 years in an abusive marriage and never talked to my children about it. Expected them to see their mother with a black eye, a busted lip, cooking franks and beans. So I taught them to lie. I taught them to deny. I taught them to avoid. I mirrored it for them. And then that's what they did. That's a failure on my part as a mother.
As I was reading your book, I thought,
I wouldn't necessarily, I don't know, maybe I've called her one recently. Because of some of the things that she has said, like when she talked to Nick Cannon, her trying to give Jonathan Majors the image cleanse that he needed by giving him that fucking hug in front of everybody. But at the same time, I have gained so much knowledge from Iyanla, I can never just throw her away. So I'm always going to be willing to listen to what she has to say. But now as a, a grown ass woman, I can listen to what makes sense to me, what feels true for me, and then I can leave the rest.
so many families could be healed if parents would just admit the truth to their children, because they can't say, I made a mistake.
Yes, and the Ebony K. Williams situation, talking about, a bus driver and all of that shit.
I was wrong.
We're taught that it's bad to be wrong, that you're bad if you're wrong.
Yes.
Oh.
And just in general, you're bad if you're wrong. I mean, if you make a mistake on your taxes, the IRS penalizes you.
Yes.
If you make a mistake in doing anything,
I think that's such an interesting distinction, don't you all? The difference between being wrong and being bad.
Yes.
That you can be wrong.
And it's a mistake.
It's a mistake.
Yeah. But we live in a law and punishment society where you're afraid. This society is set up where you're wrong if you tell the truth. Really. If you tell the truth, you're wrong. And if you're wrong, you're bad.
Mm.
So people don't want to tell the truth.
Okay, and what did I just tell y'all at the beginning of this live? The way people have been talking to me in my comments, right? People telling me that I'm the worst of the internet. People telling me, all kind of fucked up shit about me. I'm worrying about other people's relationship. I'm hating all of this weird shit that y'all think y'all can assume from comments because I said the truth.
I had to tell the truth because looking at my children and all I thought I had done for them and looking at what I was looking at, what the hell happened?
Mm-hmm.
You, boo, you happened. Don't look at the fruit, look at the tree.
But all of those failures, this is what I love about what you write in Spiritual Hygiene. All of those failures have brought you to a more clear understanding of who you are now. And you have used those failures. You've used that pain to create power and spiritual awakening in your own life.
And hopefully in the world.
Yes.
Because one of the things that I think is killing this country, the world in general, is dishonesty. And people will look at somebody telling them a lie and grin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yes.
That's a lie.
Uh-huh.
Now, you don't have to say it like that. That's not spiritually. You have to find.
You write in the book so
Listen, I had to play that clip for y'all, and I'm going to go watch the rest of it, but I do really love her brutal honesty about failing your children, because I think it's so hard for mothers to do, to admit that they've made mistakes and commit to, I made the mistake, but not understanding you have to repair. I think people think they can just give you like, oh yeah, I did that, you may be right, and then that's it. No. You did so much damage from that one moment on, never repairing, never apologizing, never correcting. And so when it finally is brought to you as as your child as an adult, it is your responsibility to find ways to repair and correct yourself. Because a lot of y'all think y'all too old to correct and all of that, and you're not. You're not. Hold up, I saw a comment that I wanted to respond to. Let me see. What is that? Shalashamar? Girl, I don't know. Shalashamar, Bondi, I really enjoy listening to you, but my partner, boyfriend, baby dad said I should stop listening to you. I'm like, nigga, be quiet. And I hope he can hear me when I say I would suggest you creating a pros and cons list of being in a relationship with him. Since he feels like I'm somebody you shouldn't be listening to, I feel like he might be somebody you shouldn't be in a relationship with. Okay. I'm just saying. Because when men say stuff like that, I'm like, y'all be so butthurt. Y'all be so butthurt because I be up here telling the truth. I know men. I know men very well. They be mad about that. They want y'all to not know them so that they can keep getting over on you. Hear a bitch saying shit on the phone that's way too true, nigga get upset. Y'all don't never say I hate women, and I always be up here dragging some hoe. But y'all don't never be up here saying I hate women. I think that's very interesting. All right. Let's press. Where do I want to go next? Ooh, this is where I want to go next. Girl, we didn't ask for this, and y'all can really return to sender. Althea and Benzino. I know I go in on women because I hate stupid shit. And a lot of times women like to be with the dumb shit. That's why the hoes is giving me all of the passive aggressive comments and all of that shit. I love you, Bondi, but please don't love me, ho. Love yourself. Don't love me. Love yourself. Okay? Because if you think what you do is loving me, you don't know what love is. My daughter's boyfriend stutter stepped when you said all the woman needs to bring is coochie. I was watching him so hard. Oh, Lord. That lady in my comments that told me I be dead wrong sometimes, I said, bitch, I ain't never been dead wrong. I might be a little wrong. And see, the reason why I said, because see, dead wrong is you wrong and you don't see you wrong and you refuse to, like, take heed to new information. I'm not that. You can't never tell me I'm dead wrong. You could be like, Bondi, you wrong about that. And I'm going to be like, hold up, let me look. And if you right, I'm going to be like, all right, you right, my bad, I was wrong. I don't have a problem with saying I'm wrong because I prefer to be right. I don't have a problem with saying I'm wrong because I prefer to be right. So if I'm incorrect about something, please let me know. All right? But you know what I mean? Like, where do I get that shit from? But I told y'all about this shit. I told Althea that she needed to get away from this nigga through the screen because y'all know I used to review Love and Hip Hop back in the day. I said, bitch, I ain't never been dead wrong. That's why I had to block that hoe. I had to block her because I was just like, dead wrong. And then I looked into her bio, and then I realized that maybe a few shows ago, I said that women that put that they're a wife and a mother in their bio of everything, I think that y'all weird, you know, because y'all think being a wife and a mother is some like accomplishment that you had to pass a test for or something. And they got upset, and I guess she was upset with me, so I must have been dead wrong. As I said, generalized statements. You might have wife and mother in your bio, and you may not think that your only value is being a wife and a mother. And so if that's not true, then I'm not talking to you. But you got picked by a nigga that wants sex and a servant all the time, and you got fucked. Is that the same thing as a PhD or a bachelor's degree? I don't think so. But please, by all means, do what y'all want to do. I'm not kicking dick out your mouth, baby. I'm not erasing the wife and mother from your bio, bitch. I'm not doing any of that. Just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Now let's get into Althea and Benzino, y'all, because they tires me the fuck out just in general. Because Althea, why are you still going back and forth with this man? This is what she decided to come out with. So my baby daddy is saying that he will not give me my child back until I go on social media and say that I am lying about the total Bobby V and Benzino situation. I truly want the truth, as I've seen living this nightmare for over 10 years. You want to play mind games. I have sources that confirm so. Whether it's true or not, this is the things that you have said to me. So I'm not saying anything you asked me if it's false information. And I'm standing by what I said. This man is fabricating, threatening to have him and my son have a sit down so my son could say terrible things about me. Hold up. So my son could say terrible things about his mother. This person is wanting to be in his son's life when it's convenient for him, of course. You're the best parent because you're not there, or you're not there for anything of any substance other than fun days. So, of course, you're the most liked parent because you have no real responsibility to anybody but yourself. Does that sound familiar? This is, let me show you. So, I don't know if Benzino and Althea are telling the truth or lying, right? But you know what I do know? That Benzino is a nutcase. And I know that Althea is obviously a woman that did not build any real self-confidence within herself, because why would you still be fucking with this nigga after all of these years? Why would it matter who he was fucking after all of these years? Because something is wrong with Althea too. Let's be very clear. So what came out originally was this. Excuse me? Benzino's ex accuses him of sleeping with Bobby Valentino and sending her to the doctor. Well, let's read. You was actually fucking Bobby V. Please, I tried to love you, and I have my last to provide. And I'm sure she meant I gave my last to provide as a mother. So you feel good about me losing my homes? Your son-in-law, stupid. Once the court finds out what happened these last 6 months with Zeno telling everything, you'll be in deep trouble, he said. So I don't, like, why would you even say deep trouble to her? What the fuck is that supposed to mean, deep trouble? Like, you want her to feel scared of something? Like, why do you want her to feel in fear, Benzino? Who's going to spank her? What has she been doing that the courts are going to, she's going to be in deep trouble? Like, you sound like a fucking child. She so did you. Lost soul. I have Althea, you could tell something wrong with Althea. She don't know how to write sentences. Okay, great. So you're admitting your bisexuality. Oh my God. And you don't think all that along with no child support didn't send me to the doctors? Yeah, okay. So you don't mean send you to the doctors down here. You meant send you to the doctors up here. And we just saw a post of a lady saying that most of the women that she sees in the mental hospital have been brought there by a nigga. This sounds like one of those situations. And if anybody has had a conversation or a back and forth with Benzino, you can see how he absolutely has the wherewithal to drive a woman crazy. I had to block Benzino because he and I started going back and forth about the way he was talking about Coy and how she lost her virginity possibly to a grown-ass man. He was saying it as a way to shame her, and I was saying that if you was a real fucking daddy, no old-ass man should have been close enough to take your daughter's virginity, you fucking weirdo. And then you say it on the internet like it's meant to shame her. All that mean is you ain't never did your motherfucking job. Wasn't no old-ass nigga fucking on me because my daddy was there with all of the guns. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. If you already got an old-ass daddy with guns, ain't no old-ass nigga coming to fuck you, okay? I'm just saying. What the fuck is going on? Althea, why after all this time would you still be trying to fuck with Benzino after all of this time, after everything that y'all have been through? I had one back and forth with Benzino and I had to block him. I could not imagine having to deal with a man like that on a daily basis. I actually know what it's like to be with argumentative ass niggas that love to have circular arguments because they're just trying to tire you out and dominate you. And so they just want to win the argument. It's not about real understanding. I've literally had a genuine back and forth with Benzino, y'all. Something is wrong with him. I cannot imagine having a child with him. I couldn't imagine having to deal with him for years and years and years. I had one back and forth, realized that nigga was crazy, and blocked him. This lady has been going back and forth in a relationship with this man for over a decade. Something is wrong with her too. But something is wrong with all of the women that don't know how to detach from crazy niggas once they done wore you out the first time. Let's continue on with this. Let's see what else. Hold up. Hold up. And then Benzino, with his no neck and his strong, muscled ass face, had to come to us online. Then he did an interview with Carlos King. I mean, really dragging it. This is how you know this nigga always wants to get attention. He uses these moments to get attention. He wants to go viral. Like, he is starving of inner peace. And so that means he's always trying to grab on to everybody he can to suck peace and life and attention out of other people because he is a black hole.
With her, forget about who I'm with. And basically, listen, I could still be with her, but just come down here and be with her too. No, absolutely not. You're disrespectful and you're delusional. Now, she loses these properties and she's had a mental breakdown. She was just released from a mental facility, say like a week ago. Yeah, let me tell you about that. So the last 5 months, she's purposely kept my son, my 10-year-old, out of school. Purposely. Right? I ain't seen this woman, been around this woman in 7 years. She been left, she been try to do her own thing, and God bless, I didn't get involved with none of that. I moved on.
Y'all know what happened. Niggas get old and they want to prove that they have hair, right? They done spent most of their adult life with a short haircut, and then they get old and it's like, oh, I might be about to lose it. Let me hurry up and show y'all I got hair. That's what they do, girl.
And kept it moving, right? We're not even gonna discuss any of our relationship back then because I want to forget about it. And I have forgot about it, right? But since we've been on so many shows
Delusional.
with her.
I don't even know what he's talking about. Talking about his, you ain't seen her in 7 years. You ain't been around her in 7 years. She been keeping your son out of school. Like, sounds like you're not even around enough in order to know what's going on with your son. So, like, ain't that crazy how a nigga could not be around, not be worried about the livelihood, the not the livelihood, but you don't care whether your child is eating. You don't know how they doing on a day-to-day basis because you in a fucking gym trying to, I don't know, like get people to want to fuck you. I don't know. But you're not around. She's going through a hard time. Instead of coming in to help her, you come in to try to take the child from her and all of that shit. Nigga ain't been there the whole time talking about she kept my son out of school. Where were you? Why were you not there to make sure that your son was going to school? Is it because you left your child with her and just was like, the child will be okay? I ain't got to worry about it? Ooh, y'all work on my fucking nerves with that bullshit. Because there's so many of you niggas that do that. Y'all don't be giving a fuck. Y'all know y'all can trust that y'all child gonna be safe with the mama. So y'all just be like, oh, I'ma just go on about my way. I ain't even gonna worry about the child. Something happened that you can use against the mama. Now here you go. On the internet, squinting into the fucking screen, making everybody nerves bad. Looking like when Dorian put the fucking mask on. I told y'all I used to tell him all the time that's what that nigga looked like. Y'all remember on the mask when Dorian put the mask on? One last kiss. One last kiss. Okay, what that nigga look like? Benzino, answer. Come on, man. Come on. I've been locked up. Excuse me. Yes, there is a flu going around and I am still recovering. All right. I don't know. Like, I feel like you can be a little bit under the weather and still well. So here I am doing my job in case anybody else wants to ask me any other obligatory questions. Okay. I've been locked up, cheated on. It's been a lot. I carried Zeno mentally by myself. That's the baby. I just want to get along with you. This has nothing to do with nobody else. Answer. I realize when we're mean to each other, it's really to protect because we are both scared when we both want to get along. You know the talks we have had. Let's talk. Let me come get you. Let's talk. Let me pick you up. 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 These are two crazy people. Let's see. Reach out. You're not hearing it. Then when you're trying to reach out, I do the same thing. Benzino, it's painful. We keep doing this to each other. Call me back. When somebody does this to you, this is a narcissistic game that they want to play, and I would opt out. Like, the fact that she's even calling him for help, trying to have a come to Jesus moment with him, yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. All of that would have been turned off for me years ago. I don't have any emotions. If you want to be in your child's life, be a stable human being. If not, I'm not asking you for nothing. I'm not calling you to come and get him. I'm probably going to be building the child to accept the fact that their father is a fucking mental patient and you don't need to have a mental patient as a parent. Okay, maybe when you get older, he can be your little friend or something like that. But he's not equipped to be a father. He just had strong sperm. Y'all don't want to talk to kids that real, though, because y'all want them to still have hope that their father is going to be a good person to them. And I just feel like, why? Just start building their self-confidence, excluding that. No, people don't need, people don't always need terrible parents, right? Like, it's okay to not have a bad parent. Your dad wouldn't be a good parent, okay? He might be a great friend eventually, but he's not a good parent. You don't always need a good parent a bad parent in your life. You need a good parent. I'm gonna be the good parent, okay? But we don't always need, you know what I'm saying? You could be his little friend, but he not gonna be somebody you can depend on, baby. You can love him. And I'm sure he loves you in his own fucked up way. And I won't keep you from him unless he hurts you. Okay? But I'm not about to be like having conversations with my kid, like with them being delusional about who their father is because y'all like to create this image that is never gonna happen. That, oh, kids need their fathers no matter who the father is. Don't nobody need no nigga like Benzino in their life making their fucking nerves bad. Let me finish reading this stupid shit. I love you and wish you nothing but the best. I understand we are no longer together. It's a hurtful thing to fight someone you do care about and want them to win. Thank you for trying. Thank you for doing the best you could. My only regret was not to be so hard on you, even though you hurt me. When you love someone, you don't fight back. That's stupid. You show love. Love you, Raymond, as your heart is with someone else, as you almost just had another baby, and as you show your loyalty by tattoos. I understand our time has passed. This isn't to boost and show your girl. This is something, and truly love you and want us to heal. It's not about money. Let's get through this together. This Zeno dad answer. Zeno said, what? This Zeno dad answer. Zeno said, Mom, leave him alone. Wait, what? Zeno said, Mom, leave him alone. Wow, okay, from Mom. This is horrible. You have to treat the person who had your child this way. I don't know anything that's going on. You know, Benzino, it's the truth that we have been fighting for so long that it's become normal to operate this way. It's so unhealthy. Having a kid by you has ruined my life. Yeah, we could have told you that. We could have told you that. It's very important to pick a mentally healthy person to have a baby with, because they will ruin your life. They will use your child against you. They will turn your child against you. They will take moments where you are weak in order to further abuse you. Yeah, that's why it's so important. And we could have told you years ago, before you even had the baby, that Benzino wasn't somebody that you should have had a fucking child with, based on the way he left the last woman with Coily Ray in the fucking house and didn't care nothing about what was going on with them. He did the same thing with you. Thanks a million. If I could take it back, I would. I don't wish this pain on my worst enemy while my son looks at me while trying to talk to you. I feel I have failed him as a mom, and that's the truth. It is the truth. You have failed him. I mean, this situation, after all of these years, you not separating yourself from him, fixing your own life, being independent, emotionally, mentally, like it really, girl, when I tell you I wouldn't be calling no motherfucking Benzino for
With
shit,
her?
I wouldn't be calling no motherfucking Benzino for shit. Like, that's crazy. Swipe left and see the text she left for me in September of this year. A whole bunch of texts of her begging you to get along with her, mind you. Y'all act like we can't read all of the texts. I guess in your mind, those texts means that she wants to be with you. To me, it just means that she is mentally unwell because she thinks that she can make a relationship with you work, even after all of the evidence that she's been shown that that is not the case. Let's see. Shaking my head. I hate the situation because, come on, she's assassinated my character too many times. I lost my job on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because of her. Nigga, you lost your job on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because of you. You hit a woman, weird ass nigga. Lost my job at Miauco because of her. I lost thousands dealing with her. She begged me to come back a few months ago. Does that make you feel like a big man that a woman that's a fucking mental patient was begging you to come back? And she was begging you to come back because I bet you it's very hard for her to take care of y'all's son by herself when she's mentally not well and she's losing her homes. She said she lost 2 homes. The girl is going through a very hard time and you are ignoring her. You're ignoring her. And then you're not even showing us all the texts. Whenever y'all just show us a few texts, I don't know why y'all think that means that I'm going to automatically believe your chain of events. And yeah, y'all, I don't know if he is fucking Bobby Valentino or not, but it would not surprise me. Let me see if I can find that clip from him on Carlo's show. But that wouldn't be surprising to me. I think, don't we all know that Benzino is, pansexual? I think Benzino, likes the trans girls. Like, this is not news. He can keep lying about it, but it is what it is. Benzino. What's that nigga name? Carlos. Child, y'all saw them for I'm gonna leave them alone, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Nene Leakes is a fucking weirdo. All right. I'm gonna just say it. She's a weirdo. If I can go pull that clip up after this, I might.
So you're admitting you're bi.
Okay.
So you're admitting your bisexuality. OMG. So I want to ask you this for the record. Let all of us know: did you and Bobby B ever have an intimate relationship?
Absolutely not. Like that's,
I did.
you know, it's insulting. It's insulting. It's insulting, and it is defaming. All right.
And so you're admitting you're bi. You're admitting your bisexuality.
It's not insulting.
So I want to ask you this for the record. Let all of us know: did you and Bobby B ever have an intimate relationship?
Absolutely not.
I don't believe you. You and Bobby V like to fuck people
Let
together.
me ask you this: why do you think your child's mother would put you and Bobby Valentino in the same sentence with this allegation?
Because you're all like, you always pop out with him. Niggas always pop out with Bobby Valentino. Bobby Valentino, for some reason, is always around somewhere. I'm sure there's a deeper story. Okay? But it seemed like Bobby is always coming around with either some niggas or some bitches for everybody to fuck. I don't know what's going on.
Knowledge, Carlos. Am I gay?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know you to be gay. That's why I want to, and that's been my right. So
First of all, she's not in her right mind, and she has to say something. So this is the most thing that she got to sensationalize something. She probably looking at the Bobby and whatever situation, allegations on him. You know, me and
Does Bobby have allegations, y'all?
Bobby, okay, we used to stay in the same building in Marietta. Bobby was my guy. We had videos together. I'm in this movie Hollywood Hearts.
And y'all had a lot of sex together. Y'all being in a hot tub. Y'all always want to bring up Bambi in that situation. But the women are flowers, right? The women are dressing. Who are the men in the fucking hot tub?
Like, Bobby's a good dude. You know, as far as Bobby and the allegations,
Althena hates him. Girl, she don't hate him enough.
ain't got nothing to do with me. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't, you know, like, I consider Bobby as a friend. And to say that we're having sexual relations, defense-wise in a law.
Have y'all ever ran a train on a girl? I just want all you niggas to know, because I'm tired of y'all being homophobic for no reason. If you had sex with a woman and another man, even if you didn't touch that man, guess what you did? Had sex with a man.
So you'd have had to been there, right? Or you'd have to have some type of video, picture, something for you to say something like that. So
we don't need video and pictures. We don't need video and pictures, Benzino. What are you talking about? No, we don't. No, we don't. To believe that no, we don't. Like, what are you talking about? People have been saying this about you for years.
Publicly and go to the blogs with it.
And that's another thing. The way y'all go behind each other with women, almost like, ooh, let me hurry up and fuck you before all of his dick juice disseminates or some shit like that. Okay? Oh my God, let me hurry up and get it in there so I can see if my dick print will fit in right where his dick print was. Yeah, that's how y'all act. So as far as I'm concerned, if you are hyper homophobic, I'm gonna need for you not to run trains on women, because that's some gay ass shit. That's you having a sexual experience with a woman and another man. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. If everybody's a consenting adult, it's perfectly fine. But stop framing it in a way that makes it seem like you and your homeboy are using a woman as a receptacle because y'all are straight and she's just something to be used for sex. Yeah, no. Y'all niggas wanted to have sex. And you put a woman between you so you wouldn't feel gay about it. Get out of my face.
Knowing that there's lawsuits out there and good lawyers, you would have to have something to show that. And I mean, she messed up. You know what I'm saying? I think she messed up. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know, one thing I want to clear up. I'm not gonna.
If you can look at another nigga on the other side of a woman and still keep your dick hard, I'm very confused about how that doesn't make you somewhat gay. Edwina, I would love an explanation.
Keep making excuses as things for mental health. People use mental health, right, when it's convenient for them. But you know, being evil, manipulative, nasty, mean,
Life is more than sex. You think? You think life is more than sex? I don't know. I don't know if it's more than sex. I don't know. Because I feel like, how do we create life? Through sex. So I don't know if we could say that life is more than sex. I don't know. Seems like a part. I don't know if we can say more. You know what I mean? Like, that just seems like I don't know.
you
Like a
know,
statement one makes that, no one's arguing with.
money hungry, materialistic. That has nothing to do with mental health. All this, you know what this was all about? And this is a sad situation. And that's why I know there got to be something. After all this, that night she posted, go to the link, go to my OnlyFans. Like, I couldn't believe it.
What do you mean you couldn't believe it, Benzino? The girl says she losing houses and she out here fucking struggling and she was in the hospital and that means she ain't got no fucking money. What do you mean you were surprised that she was like promoting her OnlyFans? She's trying to get out of squalor because she had a baby with a nigga that don't help her. That's what it sounds like to me, Benzino.
Ask you this: why do you think
And for you to say something like that so publicly and go to the blogs with it, knowing that
it's been said, Benzino. Oh my God. This is how you know it's true. Because he always wants to argue about something that everybody says all the time. At some point, you would just not give a fuck anymore, right? Like, whatever y'all say, bro. I know who I'm fucking, so I don't care. Whatever.
that there's lawsuits out there and good lawyers, you would have to have something to show that. And I mean, she messed up. You know what I'm saying? I think she messed up. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know, one thing I want to clear up. I'm not going to keep making excuses as things for mental health. People use mental health, right, when it's convenient for them.
Just like you do.
Forget
Just
about
like you
who
do.
I'm with. And
whatever she's doing, you do the same shit, Benzino.
Basically, listen, I could still be with her, but just come down here and be with her too.
Girl. And nobody cares. That's the thing. Like, I really want y'all to understand what I mean when I say this. Because a lot of times I feel like y'all really feel like somebody calling somebody gay is like really fucking up their image. Benzino doesn't have an image that can be ruined. It's already been ruined. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm just saying about his image, about how he's seen. Like, nobody cares about how Benzino is seen. That's why that barely made the blogs. Like, it was on the blogs, but to me, they made it bigger than it really was by interviewing him. Who fucking cares? People have been calling Benzino bisexual and trans attracted. Like, people have been calling Benzino these things for years. Who fucking cares? Benzino is just always somewhere trying to be seen, wanting to be seen as sexy, and no, we're not feeling it. We're not attracted to you. You're attracted to us. We're not attracted to you. And that's because he's a fucking weirdo. Because it wasn't always like that. Back in the day, people used to like Benzino. He seemed like a cool guy. He used to always be well-dressed, and he seemed mild-mannered. It wasn't until him and his boyfriend Stevie J fell out that we started to see all the holes in that nigga's personality. I'm just saying. I didn't say he was sexy. He be trying to make himself look sexy. Y'all don't be seeing them post to him because they always post him on Hollywood Unlocked because Jason Lee is like an evil person. So, a lot of the times Jason Lee posts shit because he knows y'all are going to attack whoever he's posting. Get good engagement. Also to do some, some low-key gay shit, right? Right? So he be posting Benzino and Benzino be in a gym. Sweating and shit, making everybody feel uncomfortable. Ugh. Yuck. All right, let's go back to Tyler Perry. I'm gonna repeat this again. I'm gonna need for all you motherfuckers to stop asking random people on the internet for proof of somebody else's assault just because we don't believe the person is automatically lying. I'm so sorry that I am taking Tyler Perry's history into consideration whenever I see somebody accusing him of something. Okay? Look, it seems like a money grab. It's always a money grab to y'all. It's always a money grab. Instead of y'all recognizing that apparently Tyler Perry, maybe, I don't know, but allegedly likes to grab people's dicks. And I feel like if you could be around here grabbing everybody's dick while trying to offer them a fucking job, then yeah, they can also try to money grab on your pockets.
Hello, everyone. Just checking in with you guys about the news that I mentioned a couple days ago. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about sexual assault and harassment.
Oh, wait a minute, stop. Let's wait. This is fake news. Okay, I'll never use that term again. Oh my God. Kiana said he created the Source magazine back in the day. No, he didn't. He didn't create it. He actually attached himself to the original creators until they had some type of disagreement. The business was dissolving, and so Benzino came in after the fact with the money. But it also seemed like he might have had something to do with why it broke down in the first place. If you can go look on Wikipedia about Source magazine, and it'll tell you the two original people were actually, you know, people that went to college, intellectuals. This is a fucking magazine that was supposed to be about hip hop music and rating people's albums and stuff like that. Well, people started getting mad at the ratings their albums would get. Benzino is one of the street niggas that is like a liaison between the artists, the street niggas, and Source magazine, and the guy who he was hanging with that was the owner of Source magazine originally. He bought it when the business was failing. And the business still failed. Source at its height was not owned by Benzino. Love and Hip Hop rewrote history in that way. I had to go look that up for myself one time.
And why the people stay silent. For a long time, guys, I didn't want to say anything. And I wanted to tell you guys why I didn't want to say anything.
No problem, girl. I just, you know.
But when it happened to me,
I had to go look it up.
I felt ashamed. I was scared because of the judgment and the questions that people were going to start asking. Almost like they were going to blame me for just being there. Well, I felt all of that, guys. When a very big director, a very seriously powerful person that everybody knows, invited me over to his house to talk about roles and upcoming things that he was writing. Hello. I was telling myself, like, man, like all of my dreams are coming true right now. Like my opportunities at my front door right now. So much excitement going through my body. And then, guys, it happens. You know, my boundaries were crossed. You feel like this person feels like they got power over you because of the situation and the opportunity that presented itself in front of you. And then and how fear can somewhat keep you quiet and keep you silent. Well, I stayed quiet for much too long. And I just want to say I'm really sorry, man, because if I would have spoken up sooner, I could have saved somebody that this probably happened to after me. I just want to say sorry for that, whoever that may be. It could have stopped with me if I would have said something. But I do apologize, and I'm speaking up now. And getting it out there and talking about it, most importantly, then so be it. And I just want to apologize once again, guys, because I'm sorry I can't really talk about more than what I've talked about right now. But I will be giving you guys an update very soon about the whole situation that happened in detail. So stay tuned. And thank you guys for hearing me out. I appreciate it.
All right. Then Tyler Perry posted the text messages we talked about. And yeah, I just realized I had not played that video. And he came out and said that just because I don't know why they don't never have no clips on Jasmine brand no more. Or if they do have clips, the fucking clips is 2 seconds long. So Rodriguez, who accused Perry of sexual assault and sexual battery in a lawsuit filed December 25th, responded directly to claims that the messages undermine his allegations. He says, I want to briefly respond to what's being said about me right now. People are pointing to messages where I was polite, grateful, or vulnerable and trying to use that to discredit me. When someone has influence over your career, your income, your future, you don't feel free. Survivors often stay cordial. They often ask for help when they feel desperate. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up is because I wanted to remind y'all, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's not true, it's a money grab because of those text messages. A lot of y'all had a whole bunch of reasons why y'all felt like this man was automatically lying. But when I read that part, it made me think about Kalina and Diddy. So we seen Kalina. Do y'all really think that Diddy didn't do anything to Kalina? Did y'all hear the way Kalina talked about him in the interview and all of that? How much she loves him and all of that? Do y'all really think that Diddy didn't do anything to Kalina? Kalina looked like she got a drug habit right now that might have been made worse during her years working with him. Because she seemed to be on her shit prior to being with him. And then after their group broke up, she's tried, but she hasn't been able to get on her feet. She lost custody of her children over the years. And she seems to be somebody with a drug habit. I don't know, but that's what it seemed like to me. She called him and asked him for $5,000 because she needed help. What did he tell her? What did he tell her, everybody? He told her no. He had the money, but he told her no. And then when he needed her help, he blew her fucking phone up to the point where she was scared to not answer. And then she got online and did the speech for him. And I still don't know whether she got any money out of him. So if you could see how abuse victims respond to their abusers, especially when they're powerful, they don't always hate them. Sometimes they still love them a lot, but they absolutely ask them for help. And a lot of the times, the people that have abused them know that they're in a power position. They're going to tell them, no, I'm not going to help you. And they're just going to assume that the person is never going to go and tell because they know how the person is going to be, thought of when it comes to the court of public opinion. You automatically call somebody accusing someone y'all like, especially a black person, a black famous person, a black rich famous person. He's automatically a liar. It's automatically a money grab. Y'all don't ever believe anything anybody says as long as it's about somebody that y'all like. And it's crazy because Tyler Perry has a history of being accused of this, like for a decade now, since the Boondocks. Tyler Perry has been accused of using his power in order to coerce sex out of the men that work for him. That has been like alleged for years now. And so now when people are coming forward, you had Christian Keys, that came up. We all assume he was probably just paid. That went away. The other guy came. That story came up. I don't think that's been resolved. Now this next guy that looks almost like the last guy, this story comes up. Do y'all ever think that black men know they study the people that they could get away with harming? And when I say get away with, it's about who their community is going to listen to. The community would have listened to Christian Keys. He had to pay him. This is just my opinion, y'all. I don't know this for a fact. But to me, we were listening to Christian Keys. We know that nigga. We was listening to him. Right? Even in a land of entertainment, for a light-skinned man, Christian Keys has a very good track record. We do not, like, as a black woman that y'all say hate men all the time, I have no problem with Christian Keys. Like, I've never heard anything bad about him. Seems like a likable man, very nice looking, fine ass man. Okay? Never seen no shit come up about him. Always seemed respectful. The only shit he used to have to check y'all about is y'all coming to the internet questioning that man's sexuality. And now I realize the reason why you had to come and check everybody is because somebody was pressing you behind the scenes. So it might have just been an overall, I don't want dick. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? It might have just been an overall, I don't want dick. Because somebody's trying to pressure me with dick. Y'all think I like dick. I don't want the dick. And that's okay if you do. Please don't get me wrong. But this is just what was going on with Christian. He paid Christian. That shit went away quietly, allegedly, maybe. I don't know. But I know there's a difference between Christian Keys coming to the black community and saying something and Mario Rodriguez or what's this young man's name? Because what was the last one's name? But these two men, we don't know them. We don't know them, and then they not black. So we absolutely don't give a fuck. I think that black men like Tyler Perry and Diddy and all of them, R. Kelly even, they know who they can get away with abusing. They know who their demographic won't listen to. R. Kelly knew that nobody would listen to little black girls. Diddy knew that y'all wouldn't listen to anybody that said anything about him. So he just had free reign. The girls, the guys, he fucked them all. So yeah, I'm going to say that I personally was not there. So I don't know for sure if this happened. I don't know why y'all know for sure that it didn't happen. I don't know why y'all for sure know that it was a money grab. I don't know. But I don't like to perpetuate rape culture by automatically saying cliche ass statements about somebody's assault. I know that I wasn't in the room, so I can't really know. But I can look at a person's personality. I can look at other times they've been accused, and I can look at the way they handle their business. Meaning that I can pretty much guess that if you don't like to pay people a real wage, if you try to keep them out of SAG and all of that, so that you don't have to pay them, all of the benefits that they're supposed to get once they work a certain amount of hours on a film or a TV project, and you cut the time so that they don't actually get the benefits from your pockets. That's what I think Tyler Perry does. I'm not exactly too sure about it, but I think that's what he does. That's why his projects always end up being shot in such a short amount of time, because you want to be able to get away with not having to supply all of these people with the benefits that they need. That's why this nigga calling you about sepsis in his mouth and all of that. Because he worked for you and he should have been able to get some type of health care from SAG-AFTRA. But if y'all only shot the movie in a short period of time and he didn't rack up enough hours in order to get that, and you assaulted him, possibly, maybe, it would make sense that after you didn't push dick on me, I can call you and ask you for some money to go to the dentist. So I will say, I don't know for sure. But I won't get online to argue against his experience, because that's rape culture. And that doesn't protect anybody but predators. All right. Y'all asked. So yeah, y'all, I had no idea. Y'all remember LASHAE? Okay, I don't know if y'all remember LASHAE.
Yeah,
Girl, hold up. Let me see. So y'all can see what LASHAE used to look like. Oh my gosh, y'all. Hold up.
car accident. Like someone T-boned me off the highway, and my car hit a highway pole and spun into the next highway pole, and I died on the scene. Paramedics came and they brought me back to life. So when y'all be seeing people be like clear, that was me. And I was in ICU for 1.5 years, and I was just like going through it. Like, look at my face. My face is still fat. I had 16 facial fractures, 4 jaw fractures, 2 skull fractures. I had 3 brain surgeries and 2 stomach surgeries. I'm getting better. That car wreck was horrible. I'm not comfortable with driving yet, so I am a passenger princess. And even like riding in the car, like sometimes we hit a bump from a pothole and I'll like freak out. Car accident.
I'm so sorry to hear that, man. That girl has been through a lot in these past couple of years. And, I'm praying that she heals. But this is why y'all also, I want to remind y'all, you got to stay away from crazy niggas, okay? I know a lot of y'all might be attracted to violent, angry niggas that talk to y'all crazy and y'all like, ooh, he just so aggressive. He about to fuck this pussy up, because he like threatening to smack the fuck out you and calling you a bitch. And, choking you and shit, and, y'all attracted to all of that violence. I understand. I do. But I want y'all to be clear that niggas will ruin your life and pull a gun on you and then get out of jail after they pulled the gun on you and tell everybody you lied, even though they was on live when they pulled the gun on you. And people will still harass you. I remember arguing with women on the internet about LASHAE and gunplay when they story first came out, when he pulled the gun on her and that baby. And I remember all of the young women that wanted to argue with me about it and talking about she's older than she really is. It was just so many young women that wanted so badly to paint this young woman in a terrible light to me, which is so weird. I wish I would have screenshotted their profiles. Okay, I'm gonna start doing them. I'm gonna start saving y'all profiles when y'all say stupid shit to me, and then when I'm proven right, I'm gonna just randomly pop up in y'all DMs. We was talking, wasn't you, bitch? I'm starting to feel like maybe I should adopt more of a 50 Cent, way of being petty with people. I don't know. I don't have the energy for that all the time, but sometimes it really makes me, you know, want to remember who y'all are when y'all say these things and when y'all fight so hard to harm other people on the internet because you're immature or imbecile or, you know, an idiot or jealous because you think she got some nigga that you wanted, even though the nigga is putting her through it. That's what it felt like. It felt like a lot of ignorant young women that grew up around her really wanted to be with a nigga like Gunplay, and he puts her through it. And then y'all are like, she deserved it. She lying. She not that young. Just saying a whole, she used to get her hair done by my mama. That's how I know her age. Girl, shut the fuck up. I don't care nothing about what you talking about, weird asshole. That's how people be. I'm just saying, y'all, these are my personal experiences with the way people will come online to argue against somebody that has been harmed and has been put on a public platform. Y'all will instantly attack the person that's been harmed. That is what they do. That's why I don't like when that weird ass bitch was in my comments today, Mrs. KKO Show, whatever the fuck her name was that got blocked today, talking about you do the same thing for a living. No, the fuck I don't. I don't do what y'all do. Be very clear.
I was in a deadly car accident. Like, someone T-boned me off the highway, and my car hit a highway pole and spun into the next highway pole. And I died on the scene.
Oh my
Paramedics
God.
came, and they brought me back to life. So when y'all be seeing people be like, clear, that was me. And I was in ICU for a year and a half, and I was just like,
For a year and a half, my Lord.
going through it. Like, look at my face. My face is still fat. I had 16 facial fractures, 4 jaw fractures, 2 skull fractures. I had 3 gains from the steroids. Yes, so I'm on 36 pills a day. And one of my pills, gabapentin, puts weight on me. And obviously I'm bedridden, so I'm taking all this medication that's increasing my appetite and I have to eat. And I gained a lot of weight. I was 250. I'm 212 now. But I like the extra weight down on my thighs and my ass. I look good. I will never, and I mean never, get back together with Gunplay. I don't care if you paid me.
Good girl.
Like, the shit that he's been doing and violating my restraining order over and over and over and over and over again, and the stuff he's been saying online about me and my family, and the radio tours, and what he said when I was in this accident, and word on the street is he has a part in this accident. I would never. I've had lupus. I had like 2-3 really bad flares since I was 14, 15. I've only gained from the steroids. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. You better not hang up.
Oh my God.
No. My sight is a little bit off.
Oh my God, that's such a blessing. Oh my God. No, y'all, that baby had a lot of health issues. When she first had that baby, his sperm caused health issues with her baby, and she was in and out of the hospital. Y'all remember, instead of using like money to help his child in the medical bills, he went and bought fake jewelry to give big tittied ass Rick Ross. That's how you know these niggas is really on some homoerotic shit. Instead of taking care of your girlfriend and you guys' child that isn't, you know, in the hospital, you go and use the money to give another nigga that doesn't need it some jewelry. Wow, what a weirdo. Get that nigga's dick out of your throat. Like, he was literally on his knees in front of Rick Ross's bed, gifting him jewelry while he and his girlfriend are online asking for people for help for hospital bills for their baby. And he's on one knee in front of Rick Ross with his titty sliding down his chest, giving him jewelry that I believe was just high quality fake diamonds.
Like, my left eye is off because I had windshield glass in my left eye, and I maybe have an eye surgery. I find out like in a week or 2. We had like 2-3 really bad flares.
I'm so happy that her baby is doing well. Her baby looks very, very healthy. And I'm happy for her. You know, that the baby is doing well. I'm sad that this is happening to her, but she's alive. She seems like she's recovering. And I have nothing but, you know, blessings and good energy for the girl, because I think she's been through a hard time. And I do understand, like, the nigga name is Gunplay. The nigga is a street nigga. You should have known all of that. But yeah, girl, 20-somethings, your brain is not working right. You don't know. And let's not forget how often our communities promote these bullshit ass relationships. And then whenever somebody says, girl, that's not, stop being delusional. It's not a fairy tale. It's not all sweet. Then you got to have hoes talking to me like I'm fucking crazy because I said, hey, girl, no, it's not what you think it is, girl. Be safe. Because I can see. I know you can't, but I can. One of the first comments, third comment, I remember an old video of her crying saying ever since she met him, it's like her whole life went downhill. And this was before this accident. She literally said it. That's so sad and scary. And this is why I'm saying, even though the car crash may not have had anything to do with him, the way they will treat you when things like this happen, making your life harder than it has to be, making, you know, like your recovery more difficult. You know what I mean? Like, my God, they aren't getting to me, but they're always here. So I'm always going to talk my shit right back to them. They aren't getting to me, but I'm always going to talk my shit right back. I know people, you know, y'all used to people always ignoring things. Oh, no, girl, I'm going to respond. When I feel like it, I am going to respond. A lot of people used to couldn't stand me because you know, you want to sign a check that your ass can't cash when you enter into an argument with me. Because you better be very prepared. Because a lot of y'all start arguments with me and then get tired and get mad that I'm going to keep coming back and I'm going to keep saying shit. Why you got to, exactly, bitch, don't start an argument with a bitch that don't stop. Like, don't start an argument with somebody that you can't really argue with. You don't have the energy to argue with me, bitch. Don't. Like, just don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Because I'm going to tire your ass the fuck out. I'm known for it. Ask about me. Anyways, so grand jury likely to indict David in Celeste Rivas murder. Girl, good. Because what the fuck? Like, I'm so glad that the police department caught up to what everybody online has been paying attention to since this fucking story came out. And don't get me wrong, y'all have to do y'all due diligence. Y'all have to investigate. Y'all can't just go off the feels and the vibes like I do. Okay? But again, I don't have a jail to throw a nigga in. I don't have a jury. I am not a judge. This is my social commentary, my opinion on what people have put on the internet. Okay? I didn't have to go far to find it, bitch. Okay? Multiple sources told TMZ that authorities involved in the case, including prosecutor, believe David was involved in Rivas' death. Prosecutors are reportedly presenting evidence and witness testimony to support that position. Grand jury proceedings are conducted in secret. The subject of the investigation does not have the right to present a defense or cross-examine witnesses during this phase. As a result, the process is controlled entirely by prosecutors who decide which witnesses are called and what evidence is presented. Because of these limitations, grand juries often return indictments when requested by prosecutors. So we're going to see how this is developing, but I'm glad that we're seeing that he is responsible because, girl, what the fuck else would you assume happened when the underage girl that this man is having some type of inappropriate relationship with kept going missing? And it seems like whenever she went missing, she might have been with him because she getting dropped off to her house in his Tesla. Then he goes on tour. She gets found outside of a house he rented in said Tesla in the back, in the trunk, unrecognizable. They said her body was dismembered in some way, which makes me, and then also, didn't they say that the house had some type of, what's it called? Incinerator? I think the house had some type of fucking incinerator, but it wasn't working or they hadn't put it in yet. But somebody had ordered a fucking incinerator to that house. Something makes me feel like he planned to murder her because it fit this story, this narrative that he's using in his music and in his shows. He's also creating like a anime character, right? Like a ego, you know, like a alter ego, an alter ego that he created that's anime. And that, I believe, is like, oh, I used to be a really bad guy and now I'm trying to change. That type of shit. A burn cage. Yes, thank you. That's what it was. Incinerator, burn cage. Girl, you was going to be able to put something in there and it wasn't going to come out. That was my point. But yeah, burn cage. Thank you. But yeah, y'all. I felt like he was definitely planning her murder and that it would come out a certain way and that he would be able to use that story in some type of way to propel his career forward. And I told y'all it was something very like dark, esoteric about it, like some type of sacrifice, like sacrificing her in her youth to the entertainment gods so that he could propel his career forward. That's what it would feel like to me, especially since apparently a lot of motherfuckers tend to make it that way. Okay? So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, but this is what the people were saying about this situation. And at the end of the day, 14-year-old girl, 20-year-old man. Relationship that's been going on since she was 11. He's definitely responsible. Okay? Moving on, praying for the girls. Let's talk about y'all fave. Listen, I love B, y'all, but I don't stand how y'all stand. And I don't. I don't stand for anybody the way y'all stand for B. And I refuse to. Okay? That's y'all business. I am judging you, but, I ain't finna argue with you about it. Okay? B is a billionaire now. That's what they said. I thought she was already a billionaire. In 2026, with all of the billionaires trying to control the government and harming all of its citizens, I promise y'all, I don't give a fuck about nobody being a billionaire. Like, I'm not like, oh, girl, I'm so happy for you that you now have $1 billion. Like, I'm not. Like, I don't feel any good feelings about that. All I can think about is, oh, I wonder who you're not paying in order for you to be a billionaire. That's what I wonder about. And then people are online with this Christmas line that she just sent out to y'all, right? And this is what some of the people were saying, girl.
Say, why does my bathrobe look like a $7.99 bath rug from Walmart? You're talented in a lot of areas, but picking a merch vendor is not one of them, babe. Did Blue approve this Christmas drop?
Oh, that need to be cut.
This robe giving TikTok shop fly. $100? This wasn't even worth 100 pennies. I'm a robe connoisseur, aka introvert expert. I could have got a better robe from Victoria's Secret or UGG. You can go to Victoria's Secret and get a plush robe for $30. Us homebodies like grand robes, so it's a little bit disappointing. I'm gonna wear it because I can't return it, no refunds.
I thought this was gonna be more. You know what I mean? I thought this was gonna be thick, like ho 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 Santa. It's giving Santa mysteries.
Girl, just stick to performing, and I just get my merch at the concerts.
Listen, and ain't nobody saying they not gonna fuck with you. They just saying, what the fuck is this? Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can find some other ones, because that's the only one that I saved. But I was hearing people say that, Beyonce played in y'all face with the Christmas line. Hold up. Let me see.
Okay, so now that we're in 2026, Giselle, can we have a conversation about Act 3? Please.
Okay, no. This is, we talking about other shit. I want to talk about this other, hold up.
Beyonce, I am coming for your merch team because what the heck? So first off, before I show these ornaments, I actually did not ever receive an order confirmation. So I ordered these at the beginning of November when they first dropped on the site. I got the text message about Christmas merch drop, and I immediately went and ordered 2 ornaments, the horse ornament and the Cowboy Carter tour truck ornament. At the same time was buying a lot of Taylor Swift merch, and so I wasn't really paying attention to my emails, but then I remembered it saying that they would ship about December 12th. In order for me to kind of follow up and try to see where things were at, I decided to go check my order and see if it said December 12th. I wanted to confirm. I had no order confirmation in my email. I had no order confirmation in my shop account. I had no way of actually confirming that this order took place. I checked my credit card, and I do still see the charge is there. I ordered it. It went through successfully. I just have no evidence that I ordered anything. So I reach out to Beyonce's merch team, and I'm just like, hey, so don't have a confirmation email. I just want to make sure my order went through. I'm not even rushing at this point because I understand it. Wasn't going to make it here by Christmas. So I'm not super concerned about where it is. I just want to know that my order went through. Crickets. Literally for a week, I heard nothing back. I emailed them 3 times. On the last time I actually said, hey, so I've been trying to reach y'all. I'm not getting a response. If I continue to not get a response, I'm going to file a chargeback with my card. It's I'm not playing this game. anymore. Still no response. Next day, I go ahead and I file a chargeback with my bank. My bank sided in my favor. Within 24 hours of me filing that chargeback, they've reversed the charge. 4 days later, I get this email. Oh, hey, by the way, we actually have a tracking number for your order. We need you to contact your bank to fix this because you need them to reverse back the charge. And I said, hold up. I suddenly have a tracking number. It's just been tracking this whole time and you never sent anything to me. I clicked the tracking number link. They generated my tracking number. They generated that label somewhere between 3 to 5 hours after my bank reversed the charge.
Ooh.
I didn't respond to them because I figure when it gets here, I'll verify the contents and like if everything's good, I'll contact my bank at that point. Oh, now they can contact me every single day. So I finally replied to them and I said, look,
not every single day.
I'm gonna wait until the order gets here. I can confirm that it has the things that I ordered in it and I'm satisfied, and then I will contact my bank. So here's what y'all are waiting for, which is what I ordered. I ordered the Cowboy Carter truck ornament and the gold horse ornament. And I don't know what y'all were expecting, but here's the first one. So this one's cute, don't get me wrong. It's a lot smaller than I expected. I don't know if you remember the prices on the ornaments. They were like $25 a piece, and then you had to pay shipping on top of that. This was pretty
I'm sorry, $25 for that?
expensive for what it is. Looks like it's either wood or plastic or some kind of composite material that's painted.
$25 for something that should have been no more than, if we were in the 90s, that should have been no more than $5. But in today's time, I'll at least give it $15, but $25.
It's a lot smaller than I expected, but it is still very cute, at least. Like this is something I'll be happy to have. Here we have the horse. I don't know what I expected. I did not expect it to be literally like the palm of my hand in size, but I also did not expect it to be plastic. Something about the way it looked like it was going to be either metal or glass. This is plastic. It is definitely not worth the
$25
money that I paid for it. Then also the finish on it, I don't know if you can see, the finish on it is all very like bubbled. I don't know. I got them. I'm debating on whether I contact the customer service team and I'm like, look, I'm really not happy with this one, if I even bother with doing that. If you're still waiting on your merch, call your bank because apparently that's what gets it in motion.
Whoa, I'm gonna leave that there. And so yes, like this is just some of the things people have been saying. Let me see.
So somebody got to call out Beyonce, and I guess it'll be me. I'll call her out again. I love y'all, as y'all know. I'm the biggest Beyonce fan of them all. I'm a part of the Hive, but Beyonce, this is velvet. That's velvet. That's velvet. Okay, but people are getting this. This is not velvet. That's faux fur.
That's velour.
Now, listen, they are two different things. This is very misleading, Miss Mamas. This is not this. That is.
Moral of the story is, I don't want to hear about nobody else being no motherfucking billionaire when they selling you shit and you got to put a return on a fucking payment in order to get them to respond to a motherfucking email. Yeah. I don't want to hear nothing else about no motherfucking billionaires. I want y'all to go to them islands y'all like to go to and stop talking to us. Stop talking to our government. Stop it. Just go somewhere. Like you have money. You're making money off the masses. Why are y'all trying to hurt us? Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Everybody is already paying into you being a billionaire because y'all can't be billionaires without people. So everybody's already doing it. Can y'all stop fucking over us? Maybe just for a little while. Can we get a 2026 pause on billionaires fucking over the rest of us? Just cuz? I'm tired. Y'all want to know who else I'm tired of? I'm tired of Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. First of all, my opinion at this point is that whoever raised these niggas only cared about making sure that they could play football and nothing else. That's what I'm convinced at this point. Neighbors, get into this. Stefan Diggs has found himself in trouble with the law yet again. This time he's being accused of strangulation and assault. According to Boston 25, Diggs has been charged with felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery charges stemming from an incident on Tuesday, December 2nd, one day after Diggs and the New England Patriots played the New York Giants on Monday Night Football. Did they lose or did they win? Y'all tell me in the comments, because y'all know how the DV rates go up around these football games because everybody gets so upset about a fucking game that they start beating on their family members and just hitting people and shit. Diggs' lawyer, Michael DiStefano, appeared via phone in court today to reportedly have the police report and details around the alleged assault sealed. He also reportedly told the courts that Diggs has made a monetary offer to the alleged victim to settle this matter out of court. His next arraignment is January 23rd. So basically, he did the shit. But of course, somebody's going to be asking for proof. As far as the New England Patriots, they're standing 10 toes behind Diggs. In a statement, they claim Diggs has denied any wrongdoing and they will continue to support him and allow him to play because it's a violent sport and we know that the niggas that play our sport are violent. The New England Patriots are aware of the accusations that have been made regarding Stefan Diggs. Stefan has informed the organization that he categorically denies that, but you're offering to pay. I don't even care about anything else he's saying. Let's just say I don't like calling niggas sassy. Like, that's not a thing for me. But I do feel like Stefan Diggs comes off as somebody that is spending these first couple of years trying to prove his masculinity and that his dick can create babies so that the remainder of his career he can fuck men in private. I think everybody's just trying to get to the point of being able to fuck men in private. Anyway, I'm just saying, in these text messages, it sounds like he's fucking the chef, and that would make sense because the way you can get away with not paying people is by having sexual relationships with them, right? You have a sexual relationship with somebody that you've hired, and now when you decide not to pay them and they take it to social media or they try to sue you, you can say, oh, she just mad that we not together no more, money grab. And then maybe you won't even have to really pay her. And a lot of you niggas don't mind paying y'all lawyers to fight these things when y'all could have just paid these people. And that's weird to me. So anyway, because y'all do that all the time. Like Peter from Real Housewives of Atlanta was one of them. You never want to pay people, but you always have to pay lawyers' fees. Like, what's going on? So yeah, apparently it was his chef. She says, yo, what the fuck? Hold up. Wait, you will paying me out for the season and the money you said you would give me for my business. Wasting my fucking time being there because you got a fucking circus going on. I'm out your life. They were fucking. I won't be paying you shit. Fuck I look like paying you and paying another chef. Is you high, bitch? Yeah, any nigga that's talking to a woman like this is not gonna treat any woman he's in a relationship well. But let Cardi B be delusional. That's what she wants to do, you know. Pick me, you know, they need to be delusional, girl. Who the fuck gotta give you money for your business? I'm whatever the fuck. I don't know why they blanking shit out. I don't gotta do a motherfucking thing. And you can get whoever you want. You got my address. Tell them come take the money then. Fuck you talking about. So yeah, he's like brazenly saying I'm not paying you. It sounds like she's saying I can't work with you anymore. So I'm quitting and I want you to pay me what you owe me so I can go. And he's saying, oh no, if you're not gonna finish the work that I wanted you to do for the season, then I'm not paying you at all. And then you can just send somebody to fight me or take the money if that's what you want to do. So she went to the lawyers. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. My opinion, he did whatever the lady said he did. Just y'all not wanting to pay people is really starting to piss me off. And I feel like y'all are not upset enough about how often these famous people that y'all think are rich like to go around not paying people for their services or paying people for pain they've caused. And then y'all look at those people like it's a money grab, not recognizing this is a rich person with somebody that they fucking employed asking them for money. Why would somebody, girl, the only reason employed people will come ask their employee for money is if their employer is not paying them. Like, that's just how I feel. It is personal, y'all. It is. I just said they was fucking. I just said they was fucking. He absolutely was probably picked a chef that he would want to have sex with. Men do that all the time. They pick people that they would want to have sex with. And then, you know, like I said, because if they can have a personal relationship with you, then they can like really scam you basically out of what they supposed to pay you. That's why it's so important to keep your relationships with people in business relationships all business. Don't shit where you eat. You know what I'm saying? Don't shit where you eat. This is why. Dallas Cowboys released Trevon Diggs with 1 game remaining. Okay, so this is his brother. Dallas Cowboys have reportedly released 2-time Pro Bowl cornerback Trevon Diggs. Diggs has been placed on waivers. If he clears them, he will be free to sign with any team. Whatever team takes him would have to pay the remaining $472,000 of his Week 18 salary, plus $58,823 if he is active, according to ESPN. Diggs played in 6 games before an home accident left him with an injury. After re-injuring his knee, he was placed on injured reserve, but returned in Week 16 and played every game against Washington. Played every against Washington, or girl, what? I don't know. This news came as a surprise to everyone, as there was only 1 game left for the season. I wonder if he's a liability. Because to me, it seems like y'all niggas wasn't raised right. And then the other brother, because it's 3 of them. I think the other brother is Derez. That's the one that the guy who was accusing Stefan of drugging him or whatever. Y'all remember that situation? The guy accused Stefan Diggs of drugging him at his house. Stefan and Cardi B won't come out and act like, oh, it's a lie, girl. Don't speak for that nigga. You wasn't there. Shut the fuck up. That brother, Derez, the one that doesn't play football, that brother is the one that I believe that Christian, the accuser, said came and threatened him or beat him up, or because they was trying to make it seem like Christian stole something from Stefan when that whole assault thing happened, right? And apparently the brother went and beat him up or something like that. I'm not sure, okay? I'm not really sure, but it's what I've heard. And what it sounds like to me is, I don't know who raised these 3 niggas, but y'all raised them to be violent and get contracts, okay? They get them, they lose them. They are violent, and we'll see how that all works out. Because I can promise you, Trevon is going to have a very hard time. So if you were already raised to be violent, now that you have injured your knee, possibly, you know, not going to be able to play anymore, that means your emotions and your mind are going to be all over the place, which means whatever women or people around you that you feel you can abuse easily, you probably will. You know. Did they have a daddy? Girl, would it surprise you if they did? I don't know. But I don't, you know, because I'd be like, why y'all think that men don't teach men to be violent? Daddies teach sons to be violent. They do. They do, girl. All right. Where do we want to go next? Let's see. So much going on. Hold up. What's this? So this says Patriots defensive tackle Christian Barmore has been charged with misdemeanor domestic assault and battery following an alleged incident that took place on August 8 at his home in Mansfield, Massachusetts. According to a criminal complaint filed December 16, Christian is accused of throwing his then girlfriend to the ground during an argument over the air conditioner temperature in food. What did I just say? What did I just say? This is a whole nother nigga. I don't know why Stefan is included just yet, but it's a whole nother nigga. And I basically just said that y'all teach them to be violent, no impulse control, a lot of head injuries. They're going to abuse the people that are weaker around them. It's just how a lot of the times these things go. Not all the time, but a lot of the times, okay? It's the easiest thing for people to do is to be upset, be angry, and act out that anger at the weaker people around them. The ones that can get away with doing it too. Children, women, people in service industry. That's why you would choke and strangle your chef and think that ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. What else? Didn't Diddy do the same thing, slap the shit out his chef before? Yeah, girl. They all have all powerful people seem to follow the same fucking playbook. I wish everybody would start taking notes. So let's see. According to the criminal complaint, okay, over the air conditioner and the food. So he threw the girl on the ground, okay, manhandling and abusing the girl over some food and a fucking air conditioner. Allegedly, he also grabbed her shirt near her neck and disconnected her phone as she tried to seek help. The woman later fled the home with her daughter and eventually pressed charges, saying she feared the NFL player and was 7 weeks pregnant at the time. So he threw her to the ground while she was pregnant. Okay. Christian is scheduled to be arraigned on February 3rd. The charges came to light just one day after news broke that Christian's teammate, wide receiver Stephon Diggs, is also facing assault allegations. Stephon is accused of choking and slapping his former female chef during a dispute over unpaid wages, allegations he has denied. So yeah, what we're basically saying is football creates a lot of violent people, whether the people that are playing the game or the people that are watching it, because the DV rates go up exponentially around the Super Bowl. Look it up. It's not just CTE though, y'all. It's not just CTE. I don't know if y'all have paid attention. The government puts football and like the army in the same vein for y'all. Y'all get a lot of army commercials during football games. That is because this is where the men are. The men, if they were doing what they were supposed to be doing, would be trying to rectify the situation that we are all in. They would use their anger and direct it towards the people that are actually harming everybody. But because everybody is in this system, this fake ass system that's been created to keep us, right, with the rich milking us for dear God, you have to put poor men's energy somewhere. Because otherwise, it would go to all of the people that are exploiting us. It has to go somewhere. That's why they gave y'all football. They gave y'all football to put men's violent energy somewhere that they can control, somewhere they can make money off of, and somewhere that keeps y'all from caring about what's going on around y'all. When football is on, y'all turn into brainwashed psychopaths on some slick shit. Not all, but a lot. Y'all ain't see all of the videos of the men destroying their fucking televisions over a fucking football game? Like, nigga, if you don't go run around the block or something like that with the stupid tax fucking up $100, $300, $400, $5, however much the TVs cost these days over a fucking football game that you not even really playing in. Yes, y'all, they do this on purpose. They want y'all to use y'all energy and either go into the military and fight and die for the country, or, make everybody money, or, war crimes and shit, or they want you to try to play football. They want you to try to play a sport. That is where the men that would be protecting, if they were to protect, that's where they go. They go to sports and they go to the military. And so then the misogyny and the capitalism is implanted in those spaces. Which means once y'all minds have gone to military or sports, the women around you can't really use you for what you should be being used for, which is your anger and your strength should be used to actually help and not harm. But because the rich people, the 1%, everybody has decided that football, sports period, but really football is where violent men's energy should go. Y'all don't focus on the things that y'all could be using y'all energy for. Y'all focus on football. And then this has all of these issues, right? Because one of the main issues I see is how often y'all make these kids grow up thinking that they're going to be some big star or some football player. And when they don't have that, they don't know what the fuck else to do with their life. Do you know how many almost 40-year-old men I know that haven't done shit with their life because they thought they was going to play football in college? I'm just saying. And then women have to deal with the fact that y'all niggas can't find something else to like or to do because y'all become very hard to deal with when the dream you thought you were going to get escapes you. Be safe out here. And then it's funny how the rappers all, football players want to be rappers. Everybody want to hang together. Y'all be weird. That's what's going on in the world today, though, y'all. Y'all be safe. So this lie, okay, I told y'all it was weird when it came out. I told y'all, okay, we didn't know what this was. But Tiana Taylor and Aaron Pierre have reportedly broke up. We don't know if it's true. We don't know if it's true. Al Bundy syndrome, that's hilarious and accurate as fuck. But apparently they broke up, girl. Now they can go be, Aaron can maybe go back to the man he was with before. I don't know. Tiana Taylor can go back to the women that she actually wants to be in relationships with, girl. I don't know. You can't tell me I was wrong. I said I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Where are we going to end the show today, right? Because we were complaining about my long lives. So I'm going to do this last one. I'm going to get the fuck off of here. Oh, wait, one more. Another relationship we knew wasn't going to work out. Britt Eady and her husband. Do y'all remember when I was reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta last season? And I told y'all that I off the rip, I was like, yeah, that relationship not going to work out? Remember I told y'all that? I wasn't wrong. I was early. I'm posting this on the last day of 365 to remove this facade of faking like this marriage is going to work. Everybody can't come into the next chapter. I'm done hurting and I want to be happy in my next chapter. Cheers to 2026 of putting my happiness first. And for the record, as much as I can't stand him, we are not going to create a false narrative that I'm walking away because of any fake made up rumors. Okay, girl. It took me a while, but I finally realized what triggers my toxicity. It's disrespect. I can be chill, fun, easy to get along with. I can vibe with anybody. But the second I feel disrespected, everything in me shifts. My peace goes out the window, my patience disappears, and the soft version of me turns sharp real quick. I'm self-aware enough to know I'm a good woman. I'm kind, I'm genuine, I'm understanding. Girl, I can't even read the rest of this. You and that nigga broke up. We knew y'all was gonna break up. And I wish that you stayed on the show and that way we could have gave a fuck. But the fact that people were reporting on this like you're on a reality show that we care about, girl. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Joe Button called Keke Palmer a weirdo. He would be right. He would be absolutely right. Let's see. Let's go here. So y'all, I'm not going to show it because y'all know they like to fuck with you. But this is a clip from Love and Marriage Huntsville. The next episode, y'all know I do my members only lives and we talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville and Love and Hip Hop Miami, which I just saw the last episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. So next week we'll get back into that. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's listen. Kimmi and Maurice have apparently went and sat down with a couple who seem to be counselors of some sort.
In your mind, you really think that most women are able to just sexually perform several times a day, every day?
I heard coming up that I can lay down longer than you can stand up.
I can lie down more than you can stand up. I would really like to know what nasty old woman who you had who assaulted you, like I would really like, because that's what that sounds like. That sounds like something that some nasty old woman who's about to take advantage of a 9-year-old would say to him. I don't know, but I would assume that upon living life and growing older, you would understand that that's not how women's bodies work. I don't know how you could be a grown adult male with a child, have been married twice now, and you would still think that a woman's vagina works like some type of battery operated sex toy. I'm so unclear. But what this conversation tells me is that most of the sex that Kimmi and Maurice are having is coercive sex. Sex she doesn't want to have, but feels pressured to have in order to keep him happy. That is also sexual assault. But I know y'all not ready for that conversation.
told you that?
I mean, it's a saying I heard coming up.
Oh, dear.
No, I don't want to know. I don't know. Who said it to you? Who did you hear it from? I don't want you to say it's a saying you heard coming up. Specifically, who told you that? Because you seem to remember it. Who said it to you? Was it other young boys that you were friends with? Was it an older person? Who told you that so that we can understand why somebody would give you such false information and why you would hold it to be true for so long?
Does the plan look like based on what you guys have shared today? Because Kimmi needs more time and connection and those things.
Not gonna
Is in your mind, you really think that?
Things.
not gonna happen, Doc.
Not gonna happen. The man says Kimmi needs more affection and more time for her to get warmed up in order for her to want to give you sex. And he says it's not gonna happen. I don't understand why these two people are still together, but what I can assume is that Kimmi having an abusive father, because having an abusive father really primes you for having abusive relationships. It does.
Why are you saying it's not gonna happen?
That's the space.
Somebody that don't give a fuck about how their wife feel and want her to keep using her body as a masturbation toy for him. Somebody that don't give a fuck about how you feel. That's who says that, Kimmi.
But that's the space. That's why we're here.
Is that what that's what you're feeling?
Energy.
Like if we
when he says that,
Let's
that's
find out why.
frustrating to me.
But he said it
because
for a reason.
it's a negative thought.
It's not a negative thought. It's how he feels. This is what you're doing, right? The man is saying it flat out. You know that it sounds lacking in humanity. He's dehumanizing you when he says that. And it bothers you, but you want him to change what he's saying because instead of admitting that he dehumanizes you and he doesn't view you as a full-formed human being, but as a woman that is an object that is meant to be used for his sexual pleasure, not to have a sexual experience with you, but for your body to be used for his own sexual pleasure exclusively whenever he wants to, because he sees you that way, he does not see you as human. You don't want to be honest with that. Because then that would mean you would have to leave him. That would mean everybody was right about what they said about him, and you don't want that to be the case. So you're going to fit yourself into a pretzel to try to make what he said less fucked up so that you can stay with him.
And it doesn't perpetuate positivity in that space.
The man was trying to tell her that's information. Don't try to change what he's telling you. Take the information for what it is. But she's not ready to do that because then that would mean she would have to move. She would have to break up with him. She would have to let that relationship go. She don't want to do that. Yes, we did hear about this happening prior to her cancer diagnosis. The fact that they're still having a conversation where Kimmi is expected to have sex 6 to 7 times a day after the cancer treatment, I don't know why y'all think that I'm wrong when I tell y'all certain things. I don't know, girl, but this one of them times I'll say I'm absolutely 100% fucking accurate. Okay? Bitch, I'm a good pregnancy test. Bitch, I am accurate.
It's not gonna happen, Doc.
Not gonna happen. He does not care to make the sex good for you, Kimmi. It doesn't matter if it's good for you. It only matters that he gets to have sex 6 or 7 times a day. And then I would have to ask, why do you need to have sex 6 or 7 times a day? You obviously have a sex addiction that you need to go to talk to somebody about. But because you're a man and y'all have all of these problematic views on manhood, you don't see that as a problem. You get married. You don't want to keep having all these STDs, right? He said he stopped having sex for 6 months because he was scared he had something. This tells me you're going to go get with a woman and try to use her coochie up instead of just putting on a fucking condom and going and having sex with all of the women that you want to have sex with instead of trying to dry out one woman's coochie for dear life. Yeah, I don't fight people's battles for them no more. I just say what it is. If Kimmi wants to be in a relationship with a man that treats her this terribly, consistently, without fail, the entire time they've been together, it's always been something that shows you Maurice don't give a fuck about you the way he pretends to, and he damn sure don't give a fuck about you the way you care about him. And I don't care how many times your son has to say that. I don't care. It don't matter. If you don't think that man, if you don't think that he... If you don't think that Maurice is a bad husband based on what we've heard, then you should stay with him and enjoy your miserable marriage and just, like, I guess stop talking to us about it. I don't know. Because y'all are on a reality show. So obviously y'all want to just make money off of your fucked up relationship. That's fine. And I'm sure at some point Maurice will be online crying and bitching out passive aggressively about the way people feel about him after all of this comes out the way he has in recent years. Let's see. Respect his honesty and save yourself further embarrassment by moving on. Good comment. And that's why I believe he was cheating too. Just don't get caught. I believe that. Look how the man looking at him. This nigga's crazy. Kimmi is a baddie at any age. Run. She don't feel that way though. She feels lucky to be with a man that doesn't even care enough about her to give her coochie a rest. Too busy trying to beef with Nell. Ooh, I don't feel sorry. He keeps telling her he doesn't give a fuck. He does not respect her. Women, period. Only his needs and comforts are important, and he'll never treat her right because he doesn't care. Yeah. Girl, sitting in that session after he didn't understand her lack of sexual desire while battling cancer is insane to me. If I can't expect compassion and understanding during the lowest point in my life, you can't be around for the higher points either. That's how I feel. Somebody in the comments said, Kimmi, get up. Leave this man, my God. Maurice has continued to belittle, embarrass, and demean you. Not to mention the relationship he has with your son and the way Jaden feels. This is embarrassing. Maurice needs a yes woman, and Kimmi is too educated for this. Apparently not. How many times I got to tell y'all, apparently reading books and going to school do not mean that women have sense when it comes to men. In all honesty, their book smarts must be like taking something away from their common sense when it comes to dealing with men. It's like, bitch, the more book smart you are, it's seemingly the dumber you are when it comes to dealing with men. Now, somebody asked, so I'll run it right quick, and then I'm getting off of here. This is creepy. So, Will Smith and his management company, Treyball Studios, has been named in a civil lawsuit after a tour violinist claims he was fired after reporting what he believed was a targeted and sexually charged incident. Brian King Joseph alleges that while working on Will Smith's Based on a True Story tour, someone entered his hotel room without permission, leaving him afraid. According to the lawsuit, the incident happened during the early leg of the tour. After a performance in Las Vegas, Joseph says he returned to his hotel room and realized someone had been inside. He claims he found a handwritten note addressed to him, listing a time, the person planned to return, and marked with a heart symbol. He also alleges that wet wipes, an earring, hospital discharge paperwork, and a bottle of HIV prescription medication bearing another person's name were left behind. So somebody used your room to fuck? I'm so confused. Joseph says there were no signs of forced entry. After speaking with the hotel's front desk, he claims he was told the only tour managers had access to the rooms. While the lawsuit does not identify who entered the room, Joseph says he feared the person intended to return for sexual contact or possible assault. After reporting the incident to the hotel security tour manager, the local authorities, he claims he was fired. Joseph alleges he asked only for reasonable accommodations, not money or special treatment. However, days later, he says he was accused of fabricating the incident and told the tour was moving in a different direction. The lawsuit claims his termination was retaliation for reporting workplace safety and sexual harassment concerns. It also alleges that Smith made personal statements to Joseph earlier in their working relationship that Joseph interpreted as unusually intimate. And that he believes Smith invited him on tour in an attempt to groom him. Joseph further claims Smith was involved in the decision to fire him, which he says violated state employee protection laws. Excuse me. Okay. So Will Smith has been like doing weird shit for a minute now, including coloring his hair. So I don't trust him. But this doesn't sound right. I don't trust him. But this doesn't sound right, right? Because the way they frame it like Will Smith was trying to fuck you. And I feel like that's what you want us to think. And I also feel like it's a possibility that Will Smith could have wanted to fuck you. But nothing that you've named here tells me that he did enough for us to be upset about it. Also, people, I want to know, that he take pictures? Like, I want, because I need you to have proof that somebody did all of this in your room. Because why else would they say you was lying unless you, like you didn't take pictures and stuff? Girl, I don't know. I don't know the details. I won't claim to know. I won't say the man is 100% lying, but I will tell y'all I don't believe that Will Smith tried to go in this man's room and fuck him and leave HIV medication behind. In all honesty, the hotel could have been lying to you, because often hotels don't know who the fuck be having keys to people's rooms and going in and out of people's rooms and shit like that. That's some weird ass shit. And whose name was on the hospital papers? Whose name? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's given, it's not Will. It's somebody that's working on Will's team or something like that. But the man is not saying who the name was. At least not here. So, yeah, if y'all were to say this was a scheme, then I would be like, probable. It's probable. It's very much probable that this could be a scheme that this weird young man set up to come to us with the bullshit. Okay? You see how in one instance I can say that may be a money grab. That might be some weird shit. I don't know. You see? But that's also because Will Smith doesn't have a history of doing this specific thing. Okay? There aren't people coming out accusing him of grabbing dick or sneaking into people's hotel rooms and ejaculating HIV sperm all over the place and then leaving their medication behind. Hotel staff do all kind of weird shit. So, yeah, I don't know. Upon what I read, I would not put this as a check mark against Will Smith just yet. All right? Because I am a logical person, regardless to what any of you dumb motherfuckers think of me. Okay? Now, not 3 hours, but 2.5. I hope y'all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Come to Thailand with us if you want to. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Hold up. Let me read my super chats before I go. Brooklyn Rose, thank you for the super chat. I love your long lives and thoughts on topics I'm unfamiliar with. I'm older than you, and you've helped me expand my thinking as a mom of teen boys. Oh, thank you, love. I appreciate that. See, I hope your sons don't feel like I hate niggas, okay? If that meant they mama is a little bit more, astute to deal with them because she listened to me. Look at me having good effect on niggas' lives. Anyway, Therese still unwritten. The story is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten. Girl, I don't know. Y'all know when y'all put it together, I can't break it up. I don't know whether it's somebody's name or not. Okay, but thank you for the super chat. This made me think of the story where the man unalived his wife and pow his stepdaughter in the face because they asked he turned off the game. Niggas is crazy. Miss Chris, thank you so much for the super chat. Kimmi has been such a disappointment. Remember when we all thought she had some sense? Yes, that's when we all weren't clearly out of the fog yet. I think a lot of us have come out of the fog a little bit more, which is why we look back at women that's still deeply in the fog like, bitch, you still back there? You got to walk forward. You got to walk forward, bitch. You have to come out of the fog. You're going to die in there. Okay? Toy Wyman, thank you for the super chat, boo. All I have to say is, girl, you be on point and always make my day. LOL, job well done. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. Scotty G, what's going on, girl? Thank you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody, okay? Happy New Year to everybody, all right? Contrary to what you hoes believe, I love you guys. I love my job, okay? And I appreciate you all for showing up every day that you do. Thank you. You're amazing. You're amazing. All right, y'all. I'm about to go make my beans. I'll talk to y'all later. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram. I might be live on there later. All right, y'all. Like the video. See y'all in the next one. Happy, New Year's and good weekend. Yes, because it's Friday and I keep forgetting. Have a good weekend. Bye, y'all.